I'm here. I'm here, and the weird studio lights on, so let me take it off. There we go. Okay. So, who's here? Terry, I think it's still Terry. Mama Bear. Look how black washes me out when I wear black. I try not to wear black. Oh, my glasses. I can't see for shit. Ooh. Oh, my cleaning bitches. Hey, Tara. I think you guys are the only ones here, I think. Oh, God, no, people are piling in right now. Okay. We're live on TikTok, in case you can't tell with everybody's coming in. Hello, Instagram. Hello, TikTok. Hello, Twitter. Hello, Instagram. Did I say Instagram? Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Everywhere is live. 6 platforms. 5, 6 platforms. 5? 6? 6. Cool. Okay. So I'm Reality with Krista Marie, the Reality with Krista Marie YouTube channel. I'm a crazy nut job from New Jersey. I'll be your favorite housewife, I promise. I'm just kidding. And that means even including Teresa. I'm just kidding. I'm a New Jersey housewife that has 11 animals, 6 cats. And if you want to watch the crazy live, you can come over here 3 days a week. I still can't see. 3 days a week, but I play with my hair, and got some people watching. Yeah. And if you're only listening on the Who's How to Go on podcast, like I said, come over here and watch the crazy live, so you can understand why everybody calls me a nut job. And why the comment section is like, well, I keep playing with your hair. You look so dumb. Oh, you're so pretty. Blah blah blah. You're so pretty, Krista. I'm like, yeah. I know I am. I'm just so insecure. All right. I'm done being goofy. It's later in the day. You guys know what that means. I'm higher than usual. No, usually I'm here at 12 o'clock, and I'm usually not here on Thursday either. Oh, thank you. I need to wear them. Tara can't do it anymore. You know how bad my eyes are, right? How I mess them up all the time. Well, that plus I can't see. So I had to get them fixed. I pay a lot of money for them. Might as well wear them. But for some reason, there. I could see I have what is it called? I need bifocals. So I have to do that, you know what I mean? Which I think, whatever, man, make fun of me. But hey, freaking Salt Lake is amazing. Remember what Dana said last week? What did Dana say about Todd? Oh yeah, the stuff about the Michael Lynch person who was on that unsinkable yacht. That the man bought the unsinkable yacht that sunk the day after he won an $8 million lawsuit or something against Hewlett Packard. Now remember, Todd Father invented the Palm Pilot, so Todd Father's not a broke man or a stupid man. I'm surprised he doesn't have a prenup. Holy shit! I mean, he must really trust her, or he did what Michael did. You know what I mean? All right, I'll stop playing with my AirPods. I promise. It's so weird. I'm obsessed with these extensions, right? But it must be my hair. It's not looking right. But anyway, sorry. So this is Meredith's bar mitzvah. So we're gonna go over Sorry. We're gonna go over Who Started You On podcast. We're gonna do Meredith, Angie, Mary, Bronwyn, Angie. Oh yeah, there's a lot of arguments tonight, wasn't there? Last night. Sorry, not tonight. Last night. And what would you guys rate this episode or this season, by the way? Thank you. I honestly think the episodes are 10s. I'm still gonna expose Heather Von Teese. I'm surprised. I usually name the episodes Heather Von Teese. That people start catching on that she is literally Von Teesing the entire cast and letting of course we're not talking about the Alibaba anymore because Dana wouldn't give them permission to use her info, but I'm hoping by the end that Heather is exposed for being the Von Teese, 2.0 Von Teese. This Von Teese has been doing this since before Von Teese was Von Teese, And you know how Heather puts that shit in her book, that lying ass shit about Monica in her book about Monica and Coach Shaw, right? Yeah, well, fuck her. Not Monica, fuck Heather. Because Heather, no matter what you do, no matter how much plastic surgery you get, the fact that you're so ugly on the inside and such a fucking hypocrite, a really bad hypocrite, the worst kind. the worst kind of hypocrite. You know what I mean? Like the kind that like literally like gaslights the fuck out of you. That hypocrite, right? So she's just like, yeah, me and Whitney are fine. I'll just tell Whitney how I feel, and if we have a problem, we'll just tell each other. And it's like, no, you don't talk to each other. And then you've been literally von teasing her for 3 years now, all over. I'm sorry, 2 years all over, exposing her private parts in your book, according to her. So I don't know. My whole thing with this whole thing with Lisa and Whitney is I don't know why Whitney is so hell-bent on getting Lisa, and I can't tell if it's getting Lisa or getting Heather, because she's letting Heather sit there all season and blame Lisa, or I'm sorry, let Whitney blame Lisa. And I think both of them, I think that Lisa and Whitney are either in the know or somebody's in the know, and they're just like, Lisa, just calm down. We're not really blaming you. We're just going to see how far Heather takes it. You know what I mean? How far does she let you like get the blame, and like does she gonna like let you get fired? You know what I mean? But I don't think they could keep on going without more information from Dana. You see Mary Crosby? She's so awesome. Mary Crosby is so good this season. I'm starting to really understand Mary now. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I said this before. Like you got to be friends with Mary. I think I think she really values friendships. I sound stupid saying that. Like, I guess everybody values friendships, but the other bitches do not. You know what I'm saying? They don't value friendships on the show anyway. And I think Mary does. And like where Dorit doesn't get the memo, and Kyle does, that, it's like literally you're just, like Dana said, you're not friends. You're not real friends. You should just know that. And I said this when we were watching OC, like you literally should just say, I'm going to fuck you over. I'm going to fuck you over. You're going to fuck me over. Then I'm going to fuck you over. Then you're going to fuck me over. Then I'm going to fuck you. And you're going to, you know what I mean? That way everybody knows who's fucking who. It's not a surprise. You can all act like, oh, I can't believe she did that to me. How dare her. I'm going to call Monica. Because these bitches are such liars, Monica. Oh, Monica. Oh, you were right. You're so right, girl. It's Whitney, by the way. You're so right, girl. These bitches are so fucked up. And yeah, I'm so sorry. And, we really didn't think it was, like, you know what I mean? Like, Whitney did that. And I said it's going to be Whitney. I said Whitney's going to end up calling Monica because they're going to need her, because they're going to have to fight with each other. And they're not going to want to do that. But, I mean, they do, but they don't. They want to continuously blame Monica. And Monica's still getting her fucking, like, we're still hearing about Heather's going to take $30,000 from a single mother who won't even let her get her job back. Wow, Heather, you're a real piece of shit. Talk about women supporting women. You won't even give her another chance. You know why, Heather? Because you know what else was in her little Mean Girl black book, Mean Girls kind of vibe black book that she had last season? You being Von Teese, actually not the Von Teese I'm talking about, the Von Teese being a part of Von Teese, right? She, everybody was so mad at everybody else for spilling shit to Von Teese, right? And, oh, Monica's talking shit on all of you guys. But you've been literally doing it through Von Teese and your own fit stuff, and letting Lisa take the blame. So here we are in Salt Lake or Park City. I can't remember. I don't even know. God, I wear black. It really washes me out, guys. I feel like Sloan Bella. You know how when Sloan, I don't know if you guys watch Sloan, but she gets on, she's like doing what I do. She's like, like I just need, what I need? I need these pieces to be a little longer, right? And this little stupid piece that's like my actual real hair to curl like the fake hair, like you ever just do hair and like do your hair and like one piece just fucking doesn't want to cooperate, doesn't look like the others. Just like when your eyebrows are sisters, not twins, and you're like, bitch, I need you to be twins. But anyway, I'm goofy as hell. Oh, I love you guys so much for talking. Okay. Well, oh my God, it's 400 people. Do you guys see the people or no? Do you see that there's, I can tell, oh, this is what I was going to tell you guys. Okay. I did this on Thursday because, yes, I'm probably going to have to do a show every day of the week now. I don't know what's gotten into me. Waking up, I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'll do a show today. Because, I haven't been having the best week, but I've been here every fucking day, every day this week, 5 days this week. If I don't start getting paid, I'm going to be pissed. Because I'm working hard. And yesterday was 3.5 hours. I have to cut that in 3 parts. I have to finish that. And I don't like being live when other people are live because we're all like one big group, you know what I mean? And what am I looking for other people? Instagram's on, but there's nobody watching. Why am I like that so weird? I shared this too. It's so crazy that our people is who's live right now. Is there somebody live I don't know about? Like urban peoples? Because I would because if somebody's live right now, I would rather wait until they're done. I mean, I love you guys. I mean, I'm not anyway. Just give it a couple more minutes. I know there's 389 people watching. I know you guys are hitting the like button. Pearl necklace. Are you saying I have a pearl necklace one? I do have a pearl necklace, a real one from my grandmother, but I've never even touched it. I mean, I'm sorry, I touched it twice, and that's it. It's in her jewelry box. But yeah. Do you guys don't know who line? You don't know. There's like this drama going on YouTube, like AT2, but this line will be Marisha interview, and Lionel B is like this little old man, this little old white man, like this married old little white man, right? I think it's gotta be Lionel B they're talking about, and it's like I don't know. Anyway, oh there you are, there you are. Bravo. Yes, I did ask you to do Southern Charm with me, bitch. So you better be ready tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Are you off tomorrow? If you're off tomorrow, Bravo, honey, tea. Wait, all that Bravo tea with a side of honey for me, Jacqueline, honey. I did ask you to do Southern Charm. And will you do Southern Charm with me? Because you need to start getting into your like hosting mode, girl. So yeah, so tomorrow's gonna be Southern Charm and the new show. Southern Charm starts tonight. And the other show started last night. I didn't watch it yet, but so we're gonna do the Sold on Salt Lake tomorrow and Southern Charm. And I'm so excited for I'm so excited for Southern Charm. I'm like, yeah, so excited. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to do Salt Lake. So yeah, I need Southern Charm and that other Salt Lake show. We're gonna need their own days. So you are off tomorrow. Okay, cool. Well, cute so. Get yourself all cute so tomorrow. And you join me here at 1:15 or 12:15, whatever time you want to do. Okay. And all I do for my notes is when I do Whose Side Are You On, I always say I'm not going to recap. I end up recapping. I don't know why. I can't help it, but don't tell me whose side you're on. Don't tell me whose side you're on for either one until we are live tomorrow, because you are going to be live tomorrow. And I'm going to introduce you as the podcast. The Bravo tea with all that. I'm gonna have to get it right because your ass is coming to BravoCon and Bravo Fest, and there's something else coming up. There's a lot of stuff coming up. Oh, today, there's something tonight. Something today. Jax? No. Who's here? Is it somebody's here? Jax is at City Winery or something, or Scandal. What am I thinking? Somebody's in City Winery. I don't know. Today's the 5th. I don't know. Somebody's somewhere around here. Okay. I know you have to go to work, so we can't get any Bravo events, but I have a lot of outfits that I never wear that I've had. I buy outfits every year for Bravo events that I never end up wearing. So I need to start doing shit because I only look like this when you guys see me. Any other time I'm not I'm in my cleaning clothes and my other clothes. But yeah. So this episode. There's a lot of arguments, a lot of things going on. I'm still loving Bronwyn. I'm still loving Todd Father. I get Todd Father. I do think that he was trying to be a little softer and sweeter this time with when he was trying to talk to Bronwyn, until he said, "Oh, why didn't you walk away?" It's like, Todd, not everybody's like you, buddy. But you know, I don't really like how she's still going after Angie, because I think Angie's trying to apologize to her, and I like Angie a lot, and I love Angie and what's her name's relationship, Angie and Mary's relationship, and you know, the whole stuff with Robert. He went to rehab. We saw Mary last night on Watch What Happens Live. Was it last night? I'm getting my date. I say, watch these fucking screeners. I get so confused on what show I watched and what episodes I watched. But it was last night, right? Mary was on Watch What Happens Live. Yeah, it was last night. And he's completed rehab. And guess what, though? His girlfriend, or maybe she went back. She's still in rehab. Maybe, I don't know if she went right away or not. So I don't know that for sure. His wife, I'm sorry. Robert Jr.'s wife is away right now, doing well, she said. And I got like so far ahead of you guys. I see something white behind me. Oh, my thing's not working. Oh, I gotta get these pillows fucking fixed or some shit. Right? What's white behind me? Oh, asshole. It's my foot. Oh, Krista, don't even. It's me. It was me. That's how blind I am. It's literally my shirt coming up, and see, weird. I'm like really blind. Okay. Oh, there's my dad. Hey, Dad. I was gonna say, where you been? You know what I mean? I've been live every day this week, like a freaking asshole. Okay, 500 people watching, guys. I gotta get into the Who Started You On podcast. Who Started You On? Like I said, we're doing everybody. So please like, comment, subscribe on all 5 platforms. Follow me if you're not already following me. All 500 of you, please hit the like button too. And wow, yeah, there really is. Well, I forgot TikTok's on too. TikTok's 400 people just in TikTok. Okay. All right, so don't mind me, guys. I'm just a crazy nutcase. Everything I say is alleged. Everything I say is true, except for the parts that are false. Everything else is alleged because I'm a crazy person who spews fantasy stories. So nothing I say is important. Don't listen to anything I say. Just take it all in. I'm always right. Just kidding. And bravo T, honey, girlfriend. Brittany who? Oh, I'm not Brittany who? Yeah. Nobody important. I'm like, who? Brittany who? Like Brittany? Like Jax's Brittany? I wouldn't pay to see her. I thought somebody else was at City Winery. But I was like, it must have been that important because I'm like, I didn't call you and be like, we're going. And by the way, has anybody heard about any Bravo Fest coming to New York or Philly or coming this? Oh. Was she really? Yeah. I don't like her. That's okay though. No. I would rather me I as much as I can't stand Jax. Good for Brittany for moving on. Oh, you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, yeah. All caught up now. We got to have our show. Okay, we got to get a show back. Well, City Winery in Philly. That's my favorite one, to be honest with you. Upstairs. Did it really? Was she there? And I would love Kyle's news. Kyle's news that you hear when she talks. I think it's her. Okay. It's definitely her Ozempic news. Oh, do you guys hear the fan by any chance? Just before I get back into it. Sorry. I'm talking to you guys, but I'm forgetting that I have all these people watching me. I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not speaking to myself or talking to myself. I know you guys are watching me, but I'm talking to the live chat. And I used to get really nervous when Adam would go, oh, I have 700 people in the room. And I'd be like, shut the fuck, dude. And as soon as he would say it, I'm like, I completely freeze. I'm really freaking myself out right now because, right, I don't know why. What do Dustin, what did I just say yesterday? What the fuck's up with my views? I gotta get I gotta get more people watching me, and here I am like complaining. I'm all nervous about it. Like, I don't think I've had this many people watching me. I think it's this whole TikTok about it. Okay. All right, just one more little bit. Right back. Bar mitzvah. Can somebody tell me what a bump it is? And a high body hair count? No, a high body count hair? Oh, high body. Oh. I get it. High body count hair. And oh, I get it. Oh, by the way, it's the wind here right now. It went down to about 30 degrees and the wind's about 70 miles an hour, by the way. So if anybody would like to send Toto home, please. I've lost Toto. Yes, Toto, Eloise Moraine. I'm just kidding, loser. But I went outside and everything was all blown around, her tent, everything. The gazebo curtains were open, and it was a whole mess. And I'm smoking, and I'll be right there. And yeah, so Meredith's bar mitzvah. Seth is a weirdo. He was staring at his wife like she was like, I don't know. He was so weird. When he was putting a towel around his towel, which I thought was very memorable and very like cool, passing down the bar mitzvah thing. But like, he's just so weird. I just can't get over him trying to have sex with the roses. I don't know. I just can't. That's so weirdo to me. But Yeah, I didn't realize that they had another son named Reed. Sorry, I'm getting back to you guys. Son named Reed. I'm looking for my other glasses. I'm actually looking for my dad's glasses. Reed's cute. And surprisingly, Brooks did not get on my fucking nerves. Because you know how I feel about Brooks now, being best friends with Gia Judice and all. It's like, dude, could you pick a worst friend? You know? And then you and the Ariana chick, Ariella, whatever her name is, Kim Zolciak's daughter, how they're doing the live show, or live show, how they're doing the reality show and shit. Yeah, well, Brooks is Gia's best friend now. It's like, dude, really? Like, she's a loser. What are you doing? You're already a loser. No offense, all offense, no offense, Jolene. Just saying, like, Jolene. All right, I'm coming. All right, so 500 people watching, and I'm over here playing my fucking hair, my face. And I should know better. No, 8 hours getting ready. You'd think, Jolene, all this blame I got going on, that I would just sit the fuck down and be okay. I'm an asshole. It's my dad. I've been like this my whole life. I'm not stuff. Like, literally can't stop looking in the mirror. Not even my hair and everything. So, oh, I got new lipstick too, guys. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'll tell you, it's Chanel, the one that everybody gets. Paradise Brothers. Okay. Not Chanel. Lancome. Okay. Okay. Everybody still here? I'm back. I'm back. Studio light's weird. And black washes me out, doesn't it? All right, Chris cares, right? Okay, who's 31? With the bump it. Somebody tell me. All the fighting, Angie. So there's no reconciliation at first with Angie and Bronwyn. But I feel like towards the end, when Angie used the opportunity, Bronwyn used the opportunity to save Angie's ass by telling on Brittany. I think their mutual disrespect for Brittany brought them together, unfortunately. I like Bronwyn. I like Bronwyn and Brittany. I like them both. I like them both for the show. I'd like one of them to replace Lisa Barlow. Or no, I'm sorry, maybe Heather, because of the whole Heather Von Teese. But so again, Reed's cute. I didn't realize they had another brother. I forgot about him. Her mom looks just like her. Meredith's mom, who actually reminds me of the lady from Miami's mom, Marisol's mom. Didn't she remind you a little bit of Marisol's mom a little bit? That look, she has that look, like that very like pronounced look features, you know? Cute lady though, cute little lady. Meredith looked happy. Unfortunately, she looked very happy around her family. And Lisa's very mad. Lisa doesn't lie. But yeah, Lisa, fucking, I can't. I for somebody whose best friend owns Beauty Lab, why are you not getting your fucking, literally your Botox girlfriend? Please, with all your millions, please fix Botox right here. You know, how many times for years I'm on Adam's channel going, I have meth mouth. Like, I have meth mouth, guy. Like, you know what I mean? From doing drugs. Like it just feels, you know, and then now finally it's like, and she needs to do it. Like, I'm not trying to be a projector or deflector, but like, I just feel like after seeing the Salt Lake sales thingy that was on last night, seeing those people, how pretty they are, and the other Mormon Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and like how much younger they are and fresher they are than our housewives. I'm almost like, I told you, Meredith looks very old and dusty to me. She needs a glow up. And Lisa dresses nice. Lisa's hot, but Lisa's facing. She needs to fix her face. I'm just saying. She's got way more money than the rest of us. You don't have to pay for your Botox, bitch. Go get it done, please. So anyway, Meredith looks dusty, but you know, Heather's like, oh, all of our bar mitzvahs, we were getting drunk the whole time, and we slipped people alcohol, and we did things like docking and soaking and resting and dicking and dinning and whatever the fuck you're doing behind the bar mitzvah pulpit or bump it. I don't know. I feel like I might have cheap hair or high body count hair going on. Do I have high body? I probably have high body count hair. I still have this issue no matter how evolved we get here in Jersey. No matter how much time goes by, how much we ascend, evolve, get caught up with the times, we have a hard time. We still like to like kind of do high hit. It's like our, I don't know. I always kind of have to have like extra going on, like high, extra, big. Like this isn't enough hair for me. Like that's why it's freaking me out a little bit, even though it probably looks really good. But I'm just picking on myself. I pick on myself constantly. But I feel like Brittany gets caught up. She should be in Jersey. She does have some Jersey hair going on. Like, and I feel like if anybody has the right to criticize her, it's Angie. Angie's been a hairdresser who owns 10 salons. You know, she owns 10 salons as we speak. And she had gem nails. Like gem, like J. Remember gem, pink gem, Barbie gem, JEM gem. Yeah, those ones, you know. But anyway, so Brahma's intentions. So where am I at here? I feel like I'm missing a whole something. Well, Whitney and Brittany. Lisa referring to Whitney and Brittany's gem nails as bridge and tunnel. What is bridge and tunnel? I'm sorry. Somebody tell me what bridge and tunnel means. Lisa said her gem nails as bridge and tunnel. Whitney and Brittany's gem nails bridge and tunnel. I don't know what that means. Okay, so anyway, so Angie shows up at Mary's bar mitzvah, not Mary, Meredith's bar mitzvah. She's like, I'm surprised I was invited. And it's like, and then Mary's like, I'm surprised she wants to come. It's like, wait a minute, you're inviting her, or is it because she wants to come? Ooh. What are you saying? I saw watch your Crappens guys. The Crappens guys said I sound like Lisa Barlow. Hold on. You talk to the watch what happens. The Crappens guys, I am obsessed with them. They give me when I hear them speak, I get nostalgic. I do. They were like one of the first podcasts I listened to. So their voices, you know their voices and the way they talk is like it gives me a nostalgic feeling where I feel like I'm home. I told them that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, guys, I missed you so much, Ronnie. And I'm like, please speak. Please, can you talk? Just say something. I'm like, talk, please. I'm like, oh, I gotta get my Christmas tree out. Because it was Christmas time. Started listening to podcasts. I was like, Ryan Bailey, here I am, crazy Christmas. I have no podcast etiquette at all. I did not know podcast etiquette. I'm like sending Ryan Bailey thousands of fucking, you know me with my messages. I don't speak any. I can't express myself in short term verb, whatever short. I can't express myself at all. Express myself in short. Wow, short story form. Yeah, short versions. Damn, I'm trying to read and think it's name. Kyle, this. Yeah, it's her. Oh yeah, her what? That's what I was looking at. Okay. Oh my god, if you sound like Lisa Barlow, I'm gonna love it. But I know. So yeah, Bob Mitzvah at. Wait, hold on. 13 years old. Oh, I know. Like Lisa's so dumb. I mean, Heather's so dumb. She's like, we were hooking up behind the something. She's like, no, we weren't. Just kidding, bad Mormon. Ha ha ha. I'm like, she's like, we were just drinking. It's like, oh god. I think too. All right. So watching what happened. Watching the after show too. Heather's not speaking at all. It's like I think she actually did get caught. Like, I think she actually did get called out, and I think she might actually be fired or something. She might have actually realized that they were just, like, trying to make her dick look big, and what really wasn't. Like, her dick really isn't that big. She's not really the biggest dick in the room. She's the biggest loser in the room. And I think by the time the after show was filmed, she's like, because she's just like, Like, she's got this glaze over her eyes where it's like, she's in deep thought of, like, fuck, I fucked up. Like, I let these people just gas me up, and for 2 seasons, and got rid of Monica. We all hate Monica, blah blah blah. And actually, nobody really actually hates Monica, and they really want her to come back. And for some reason, Heather can move on with anybody else, but fucking Monica. What the fuck? What did Monica do, Heather? Nothing. For 30 minutes, I've said nothing to. She's done nothing. Monica did nothing. Nothing that you haven't already done. Nothing that you weren't doing when you were accusing her of doing it. And all she did was expose that fucking violent criminal when you protected the violent criminal because you were so afraid of her. Shaw. Like, I can't. Oh, God. Oh, it's okay, Heather. She can't hurt you anymore. We forgive you. What? You forgive her? Okay. Well, you need to forgive Monica. Are you going to forgive Heather when you find out all the damage? Literally, let's say, according to Dana, every piece of dirt she's gotten on the Salt Lake City Housewives, it came from this Finsta. That she is pretty convinced it's Heather. We're all convinced it's Heather. But, she won't let me run a background check on it because she won't give me the name of the Finsta. Dana. You got to do it. I told her to run InfoTrace without me then. Don't even show me the name. Just take my information for InfoTracer, log yourself in, and run it. Please. I don't even know. I would be doing it myself, but she won't give me the name of it. But I don't know that is her last card against Whitney and against Bravo because they had to cut that. Literally, she basically had to cut that story. They had to cut that storyline out because Dana wouldn't give them permission to use her name in perpetuity. And I kind of feel like that was smart because they would have probably not given her any credit or anything. Just like Jeff Lewis, I was listening to Jeff Lewis on Nick Vile's podcast, right? By the way, he basically hosted that whole podcast himself. He did bring up Juicy Scoop twice. He said all the Juicy Scoopers are the ones who are talking shit on him. See this piece of hair right here? This is gonna be. Let me get my own little thing. It's like my own hair does not curl like my, the regular hair. I have all these clippy things. But yeah, anyway, so remember how I was so mad at Jeff and the whole Gage thing? Who was I arguing with? Not arguing. But somebody was kind of not taking Jeff's side or taking Jeff's side, and I'm like, nope, Jeff's a dick. Nope, Jeff, no. Listening to Jeff talk on Nick, he's learned his lesson. He knows he's an asshole. He's admitted it. He admitted it. That's why him and Gage ended. He won't say Gage's name. Probably not allowed. Oh God, there's a little one. This little clippy thing, right? So he's kind of no, I was an asshole, and I didn't know how to handle stuff. He kind of was taking a little bit of accountability. He only he called Gage his business partner at one point. He won't call Monroe's dad. He won't say my ex-husband. I don't know if they weren't married, right, or whatever. He won't even I don't know. He did say ex-partner finally, but I don't know. I wish he would just consider the co-parenting. They were just talking about, I don't think Nick really knew a lot about Jeff's history, but that could have bothered me. They're gonna have people on their show. At least understand where the fuck they, their journey, especially in Jeff, so controversial. I feel like if you want to have Jeff on your show, you got to at least watch a couple episodes of Flipping Out. And especially to understand his relationship with Gage. 10 years of his life, he had a child with. And I'm pretty sure they were married. They're married, right? They're not married. Anyway, this clip is not the clip I was looking for. Don't laugh at me. I need to get that piece of hair out of my face. All right, Krista. My ass is whew. I feel a little bit of a nut job, a little bit nuttier than usual. I wish my sister was watching. Dad, is Shannon watching? Tell her I got the infamous side pony going on. My sister, when we were little, we had very funny looking hair when we were little. And my sister used to take a piece of hair and put it in a ponytail. It'd be like a side little when we were 6. Okay, so Mary. Okay. Last week was so last week was okay. We all went. So we go straight to the bar mitzvah, don't we? Okay. Bridge and tunnel. Don't know what it means. Anybody know what bridge and tunnel means? Bridge and tunnel. Okay. Bridge and tunnel. Oh, that's that what that means? How does Lisa know what bridge and tunnel means? I mean, I'm okay. So I guess they got gem nails together. That is kind of funny. That is weird. Know who's bridge and tunnel? Meredith. No, Meredith is just old and dusty. Monica what? Monica, don't you dare talk about my Monica. Monica has, I know, has the dirty secrets of it. I know. What Bridget said it wasn't like close. It probably was at one point. Shannon. My sister just became a YouTube member. Oh my god, I got my first member. Oh. Shannon, I got the side pony going on just for you. Just kidding. I had to get the hair out of my face. Thanks for coming a member, Shan. I appreciate it. Now we can do members only. And I can tell you, we can talk about whatever. And my sister was like, yeah, that's true. Because it's usually probably mental health members only. Right. If you don't know, the 500 people, this is my sister, Shannon. Jen. And then my dad's in there somewhere. Hey, Dana Gossip Girl. Oh, I'm excited. I have a member. Me and my sister are like members only. I'll just read my sister sitting there. Let's get it. Oh, I can't wait to have members only live now. Not that I haven't been here every day this week. Can you believe I've been on here every day this week? And can you believe I've been talking for a half hour and I still haven't talked about the show yet? I mean, I am talking about the show, but Sean, I appreciate that a lot. Thanks for $4.99 a month, bitch. I'm just kidding. No, I think it's what, $2.99 or something. I probably owe you money too right now. Do I have money? We always we're the same age too, by the way. I'm 40. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm lying. I'm younger now. I'm 45. I forgot. I'm 45. I'm younger. I just turned younger. I just turned 45 on Sunday. I'm a year younger, not older. So I'm actually younger than my sister now. Shannon, Nancy. Oh, I look like I have a little flower in my hair, don't I? All right, fucking stop. I wish I could literally just. I'm gonna sit on my hands. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Ran out of the full screen, so I can stop looking at my ugly makeup. My hair looks good. I know. I gotta stop playing with it. It's a really I know. It's annoying. You can tell when I'm extra anxious. I can't get into my. All right, I am gonna get into it. Okay. I'm not gonna touch it. Unless I'm touching it. So, bar mitzvah. Angie and Brahman, they finally started to have a conversation, right? And Brahman's like, look, you owe me an apology for telling me to fuck off 10,000 or shut the fuck up 10,000 times last week. And it's like, make your profile picture your side pony picture a side pony. Look up, dude. You had the side pony going on, but what did I have going on? I had the feathered hair feathered, the 80s side tees. Oh God, remember that? I don't know what's my problem. The problem is I'm a crazy person. Okay, by the way, Shan, everything I say is alleged anyway, okay? So they don't really have to know, like they could just, I'm just allegedly you had a side pony. You don't have to say actually have. It's all alleged. Everything's alleged. You know what I mean? Poor daddy had to cut his hair too. I just feel so bad that daddy had to cut his hair. He didn't have to. My mom's such a mean person. She's not really, but she kind of is, but not really. Yeah, teased. That's what it was. Teased. Okay. Yeah. So Angie, Mary hasn't told anybody about the Robert Sr. or Jr. Situation, with him being on drugs and all. I wish she kind of would. I don't know. Maybe she probably told Angie eventually, but I just don't like the way that Meredith is talking about their friendship and everything that's going on, and she has no idea that Robert Jr. would have to go to rehab. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's probably a good reason why she didn't tell them right away. And Mary's owed a huge apology from every single one of those women for how she was treated in season 1. I believe she only came back last season to get a goddamn teased wall of hair on your head. Yeah, exactly. Right? And daddy would be like, I don't using it there. Oh. No, but I like your picture that's in there. The picture you have, it looks really pretty. It's one of my favorite pictures of you. I think your Facebook picture one. Dad, thanks for hitting the like button, by the way, on Facebook too. Everybody that's watching on Facebook or on all the other platforms, follow me. Like if you're not already following Reality, you probably are, but please like all the videos too. Every like, every share, every view counts towards my money. And me and Dustin realized yesterday that Krista forgot that YouTube takes 50%. Like I knew that, but I'm like looking at them and I'm like, oh shit, fuck, they're taking half of it. But my views, my hours, my watch hours get my watch hours up. Not that has anything to do with you guys, but my whole point was thanking my dad for liking it. Anyway, so Mary does tell Anne, she's like, I have a lot on my plate now, but they weren't sure if she was going to show up to the bar mitzvah. And, I feel like Mary showing up and looking through the windows I think that was set up. I think they're just being like, oh, it's Goofy Mary. You know what I mean? Because like you could clearly hear everything going on. Mary could hear everything going on. And I believe that like literally she could kind of see in. So I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny though. But Meredith sees her and then she starts to cry. And I'm actually kind of proud. Like I don't know anything about that religion. Believe between you and me, I actually thought that Mormon and Jewish were the same thing. I don't know why I thought that, but I'm so proud of her for doing it. But again, her kids were assholes when she told them about it. They're like, nobody does that at your age. Like joking, like basically clowning her. But then I'm glad that they all showed up for her. So she's starting to do her like prayer. And that's when that's when Mary shows up and she's peering through the window and everybody's looking at her and it's like, oh, there's Mary. But also like, I don't know, a lot of people, like all Meredith's family was there. Lisa's family was there. Lisa was like, oh, and Heather talking to Meredith's family. They're like, oh, we haven't seen you in so long. And I'd be like, look at you, like, you're the hot mic moment chick. Remember, like, you know what I mean? Didn't you call hot mic moment? That's what I keep saying. But Lisa forgets about that too. Like Lisa yelling at everybody saying, I didn't do that, Whitney. You're a fucking liar, Whitney. Blah, 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 blah. I'm calling my 6 lawyers and my 10,000 techies and blah, 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 blah. It's like, what was my point? My point wasn't that. Yeah, I don't know. My point was that. What was I talking about Lisa for? Holy shit, Krista. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do these later in the day. Whoa. I forgot my point was about Lisa, but proud Jewish. Oh, you are, yeah. Oh, you got a new phone, Tom? How weird is it that the more people watching, the more weirder I get? You think I'd get my shit like, I'd be all like, Roman and Lisa, all saying everything all whatever. Oh, Andy, by the way, he did Whose Side You Want again. I'm like, every time he does that, it freaks me out. I'm like, stop it. Stop saying it. Stop saying Whose Side You Want, Andy. I swear, one of these days, he's going to set somebody up with a podcast called Whose Side You Want Podcast. I'm going to lose because I'm going to have to either like copyright my name, what's it called, copyright or trademark it. I own the whatever it's called. Like my podcast is owned by my husband, and the name is the domain. But like he could just come in and start a podcast called Whose Side You Want Podcast. Because he's always, he does Whose Side You Want on his show all the time. And like, because this has always been my thing. Whose Side You Want? 444 people, 444 watching. But that's my angel numbers. But I had to call that out. But anyway, yeah. Like every time he does Whose Side You Want or asks somebody, I'm like, stop it. Because I've seen other content creators wanting to say or kind of even say Whose Side You Want, but they'll go, whose team are you on? It's like, yeah, bitches, you better not. I'm the original, the only Whose Side You Want podcast, my original, my creation, my concept, my Krista argues with everything about everything. I don't think I argue about everything. I'm just a good arguer. Aren't I, Sean? I'm a good arguer. I think I do a good job of seeing both sides. I try to anyway. But I'm going to try to do both sides on this one, all these. Okay. So Mary's like was talking about Robert in her confessional before we even get there. And she's like, and also in Watch What Happens Live, that wasn't a planned scene. They didn't talk about this. It wasn't sometimes they'll have scenes and they'll say, oh, can you guys just, recreate the scene for us so we can get it on camera, some shit like that. Or they'll probably say, hey, I'm going to bring something up like this with you on camera. I don't want you to say this or that, but she said it was completely not planned. It was completely, and you know what? Mary said probably every right thing that a mother could say to their child that just admitted they were they've been doing a lot of drugs for a long time, you know, and he said he felt like a stain. And I'm like, oh, my heart. I still cry thinking about Mary and how she reminded me of Lori at that time. Remember Lori from OC, who just lost their son to this? I was like, oh, like, I remember thinking, wow, the unconditional love that they're just understanding the addiction, understanding their kid, understanding they can get help, and just Mary said every right thing. And I swear, I mean, I can't think of anything she could have said better in that moment. You know what I mean? Like she's making him accountable. She's telling him he needs help. You know, she's loving him unconditionally, and just everything she said. I wish you would have, you know, just, I don't know. And everybody congratulated her on Watch Trump's Live. And it feels good to see Mary getting her flowers, even though Mary says a lot of controversial thingies, but also having Robert Sr. be a part of it. Like she said, it brought their family closer, you know, and, you know, even though he's her grandfather, it's her step grandfather. And he's also a lot younger, you know, he was only like 28 when he married the grandma, you know, but I like the fact that he's not letting the cameras on him, and fuck that. Like I said, after season 1, I wouldn't let you near my church or my family or my people, my parishioners, because, you know, you called me a cult, you called me an ancestor, everything. She hasn't gotten one apology from any of them, and they all did it. But, and she's, you know, Mary is showing up this season finally. She's not eating McDonald's in the Sprinter van, just waiting for everybody to get done their trust falls. You know? Oh yeah. Acidic. Oh, that's a good question. And Mormon's a religion. Jewish is a religion, and so Jewish is a religion and a nationality, right? Am I making sense? Because the bar mitzvah is because she's Jewish, religion and race, right? Like, I've had that. I think I've asked that question to somebody before. I guess it's both, right? I think it's both. No, you're Italian. Wait, no. If you're Jewish, we'll have to talk about this because yeah, I think I don't want to sound ignorant. Not a nationality. Okay. Oh, nationality. What did I say? Race. Nationality. I meant to say nationality. No. Yeah. I was like, yeah. I said, dude, yeah, I was really excited. I was like, Shan, you're like my first member. I mean, I'm the first member, but you're my second. You're my first member, actually. Okay, so, oh, I get it. So, okay, so I could be Jewish, right? Like, I'm Italian, Irish, and Polish. So I could be Jewish, right? No, listen, I thought about, like, I'm not religious at all. I don't follow any religion. I'm spiritual. Spirituality is my religion. And that's weird because I remember with AA or NA, they used to doctors or whatever, they say, what's your, you know, do you believe in spirituality, or, you know, are you spiritual? And I'd be like, no, what the fuck's that? And I'd be like, what does that have to do with anything? And then I would read the 12 steps, and I wouldn't even, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever. I wouldn't even think about them. I would just have to do it because I would have to read them. But I never really paid attention to them until I got like 10 years later, like into it. Like, you know, like now I read them and I'm like, oh my God, if you read the 12 steps, it's literally a ascension. It's like an ascension, steps to ascension. It truly is. And it's crazy to me because the guy who wrote that, the 12 step, I guess his name's Bill or something. I don't think he talked about it being a spiritual thing. I don't know. It's just crazy to me because, you know, over the years, like staying clean, getting clean, staying clean, whatever, you know, relapse, all that shit. Like, spirituality in the end is really what helps, is really what keeps me. Yeah, you are. Is really what keeps me completely sober, not, you know, off the drugs that were killing me. And not being a scumbag about it. You know, like I said, if I do drugs now, nobody's gonna know about it because my bills, whatever, I'm not gonna go there. You know what I mean? And I feel like too, like that's why I say when the people that get sober on these shows, when I say they don't have to get sober, I don't mean like they don't have to, but they don't have somebody saying you're a scumbag, you're a thief, you're a liar, you're this, no, you're a drug addict, go get help, or you're out of my life. You know what I mean? There's no ultimatums going on. Like they do, and they completely like they're not broke. They could just go on their merry way and do drugs all day long. Lila could have kept on being a drunk and alcoholic. Carl could have kept on doing whatever he wanted to do. No responsibilities and blah blah blah, right? But they just chose to get sober and stay sober on a show where it's around drinking franchises. So don't know what my point about that was. Oh, this whole thing, yeah, about religion and all that. And I'm like, people are like, oh, how did you overcome everything you did? And they haven't really overcome. It's a daily struggle to even like be me. But I feel like honestly, spirituality is what kept me from being a complete dead person. I could be dead in jail and ripping and running. I tell my sister, I tell a lot of people all the time, I don't think I had another run in me. Back then I definitely didn't. Like, yeah, especially in 2012. That was awful. But I probably should have stayed sober. Like, I probably should have stayed sober longer before I met my husband and moved in with him for the first night I met him. Never left. Still here. We're still on our first date. I was like 6 months, not even 6 months sober, still doing the program and everything. Like, still like, high on the pink cloud. People are like, what's the pink cloud? But pink cloud's something that you go through in the very beginning. And yeah, I'm still on the pink cloud. And then, yeah. But I'm proud of I'm proud of Meredith. I really am. And I know I can't help it. Can't help it, Sean. All right, I will. I know there's so many people watching too. I'm surprised you're the only person that's like bringing it up at the moment. All right. It's so weird that I can't help it. All right, I have to help it. Okay. So, first argument, Angie and Bronwyn. Again, Angie was telling Bronwyn to shut the fuck up like 5,000 times last week. And she wanted an apology. And Bronwyn told Todd that she wasn't going to argue with Angie unless she apologized. Actually, let me take the fan off. Unless she apologized, right? Well, she tried to get her to apologize. She doesn't apologize to her. Todd walked over and is trying to diffuse the situation. And Bronwyn, of course, Todd is todding her. He was todding her last week. And this time he was trying to not, but I don't know what. I actually was kind of nervous when he walked over to the argument because Bronwyn was on her thing. Then I can't talk if I sit on my hands. You know what? I can talk. Look at me all stupid shit. Okay. Then I'm like here, then I'm like swinging it with my head. First, I gotta stop. I'm a mess. I guess Angie gets kicked out of this bar mitzvah, which I thought was actually ridiculous. When Meredith's like, you can leave. She did that. You can leave. Security. Like, you know how like last week she was like, my phone, give me my phone. It's like, chill, bro. She's like, security. She's last year too, remember? She's like, that girl, this is my party. What'd she say? This is my event and my dinner, and she's not acting properly. I would like her removed, please. And the guy's like, thank you. I'm literally just, who was he, like the pool guy or something? And Meredith was like trying to kick Angie out again. She needs to leave, please. She's not acting well, and this is my dinner. And the guy's like, whatever, man. But in another situation, by the end of this time, because of Brittany, the high hair thingy, the slut outfit, Angie did go a little too far with that one, but it was like Meredith's like, oh no, you can leave. You must go. You are disparaging women. You are so abusive to women. It's like, really, Meredith? Last week it was, what did she say? Oh, something about Sean saying, oh God, what was it last week? She was not when she walked out of Mary's, but she was offended by 2 or 3 different things. And it was something, Steph called everybody bitches, basically, biatches. And it's like 3 different things that time. She was like, oh, Sean said, I don't know. It was really dumb shit. And she's like really, really like crazy about it. But she was being crazy again tonight. And she thinks that Angie was slut shaming Brittany. Brittany slut shames herself. I have 50,000. What she have? 10 people on all those FU sites. What are they? The F sites. What are they called? Was it like Tinder and the other one Bumble? She's like, yep, 10,000 hits on Bumble, 10,000 hits on here. I got 10 dates tonight. And I know I always have them in rotation and blah 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 blah. And it's like, I mean, really, like all she did was say your hair looked like it was from the 80s. And by the way, Lisa whispers and goes, I'm on your side, but by the way, you could use some, what did she say? You could use some hair treatment, therapeutic treatment, blah, blah, blah. She's like, you really could use some shit for your hair. And I'm like, Lisa, like, that's the funniest. That's funny, though. That was really funny what Lisa did. That was actually a funny part. That was funny. I just couldn't believe that she said that. She's making fun of my braid. Like, she's making fun of my hair. My hair's old and from the 80s. And I have slut hair and I have a slut outfit and I have slut fibers or something. My clothes are cheapy and like thread count is low on my clothes. Like, I'm like, and Lisa's like, no, I got your back. I got your rest. She's like, you could use a treatment, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh. And like that's the same Lisa that would literally refuses to like change her hair and change her makeup or like get her Botox. Like her hair, Lisa's hair is dead. So Brittany's hair did look. I mean, everything that Angie said is true. She looked all of that. But so Angie Bronwyn, I don't know. Todd comes over and he's like, Bronwyn. He's like, I was trying to diffuse it, and Bronwyn's like, no. I blah, 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 blah. And you could tell she's like, she's basically telling Todd, motherfucker, don't even, motherfucker. He's like, I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't doing that, Bronwyn. You didn't give me a chance, Bronwyn, hun, babe, you didn't give me a chance. And like last week, he was like, don't say that. Shh. Don't say that. It's very unbecoming of you. It's like, you're becoming 80. You're like 80 years old. I do think he was trying to buy Angie's house. I don't know if that was the after show or what, but Angie and Sean are selling their house, and it's on that show. So I'm actually Slutty Tits. Who's Slutty Tits? Yeah, she had a whole slutty thing going on. But I don't know, she wasn't really offended. Brittany wasn't really offended. You know what I mean? She's just trying to make a scene. She's trying to have something. And again, I do feel like when people argue with you, when OGs argue with you, you argue back when you're a newbie because they're just trying to give you a scene. They're just trying to give you a storyline. Think about it. If they didn't want you on the show, they wouldn't argue with you. That's another thing. It's like Heather made the entire season last season about Monica, but it's like you gave her her life. You gave her life. You know what I mean? Like, well, Monica gave herself life, but Heather endorsed it, and we're just like, I'm over here like, where's my fucking Monica at? And again, didn't sleep for 2 days last year. Couldn't believe it. I could not believe what we were doing. I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, that's gaslighting. Oh, she's a narcissist. What the fuck? We're being gaslit. We were fucking being gaslit by Heather Gay. Sister Gay. That was a whole thing. And I forgot that before the season aired this season, Bronwyn and Brittany were both arguing with people online and shit. Like, oh, Monica. They were arguing with Monica. And I was ignoring it because I'm like, who the fuck is Brittany? Who cares about this Brittany and this Bronwyn? I'm like, who the fuck? We don't care about new people. And here we are. Here they are making the whole entire fucking episode. They're making every episode. Really, Where's Jared at too, by the way? But anyway, I went through all that part. Angie's not there. ING and Meredith. That was the end. But when Mary shows up, at least Mary did show up, and Meredith cries, and that's it. And Mary, I guess she talked a little bit to like Meredith's family. That was nice. She called Rita a stud. He is a stud. And I guess Meredith's kids are only like 2 years apart, but he looked a lot older. The fact that he lives in New York, it's kind of like, so he lives in New York. You got Brooks trying to make it in Manhattan. Make it in Manhattan. Doing what? Don't even say a clothing line. We have Seth, who's always on the East Coast. Did we really? Oh, I would have totally went. Totally. Know whose book signing I missed? Vanessa Reiser's. I have her book too. Like I pre-ordered it, and I wanted to go up to. It was in Rockland County, and I don't know how close you are to Rockland County, but it was going to be a hike for me. And I was like, no, I'm not going to go by myself. But I was so upset because then she's like, I would have fucking met you. She's like, I would have literally drove and met you halfway. Like, I would have came halfway down there and gotten you. She's like, if I knew it was a whole thing about you not wanting to go by yourself, it's 2.5 hours away from me. And I don't drive. I mean, I do, but my husband won't fucking let me. I have to take Ubers, and I convince myself that they're going to murder me. Rockland County is far for you. Wow. So how close are you to the City Winery in Philly or New York? That'll give me like an idea about how far you are from me. I literally know how to get to that place and home. That's only I know how to get to that part of New York, and that's it. Hey, Bravo Licious, and everybody over here, Rose Carter, Berling Jane. If you guys are still here over here on Instagram, I apologize. I was speaking for an hour. I haven't really gotten much out of me. You haven't got much out of me. But everybody's still watching. So yeah, that whole argument happens, right? And we move on. We have literally Lisa and Whitney speaking about something. Lisa, Whitney, and Heather, right? All talking in a corner talking about the argument between Angie and Bronwyn, or that was going on. And meanwhile, back at the ranch, sorry. Okay, so the whole thing, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Brittany's mad at Angie, right? Because she called her a slut, and she's a religious woman, and she's like telling everybody, she's like outside, she says at the Bronwyn, I'm going to call her out inside and say that, 45 minutes. Oh, wow. And do you have to go south to get there? You might even be closer to, you know what? Are you, so, I'm in like Jersey, right? In the middle part-ish. So it takes me an hour and 5 minutes, I think, to get to an hour and 10 minutes to get to City Winery, but I go north straight. Unless the Uber driving. Like I said, I convinced myself that the Uber driver was going to murder me on the way to some live event. And I got out of the car and made him drop me off at Wawa. And convinced my husband to come get me. A Wawa, yeah. Okay. You have to go south to get to the city? Or east or west or north? Maybe you might be even closer to me than I thought. I'd love it if you would tell me you're like, near Tom's River or something. That'd be great. But the whole thing with Mary showing up late, that was Meredith and her again. Mary showed up late twice now to Meredith's events, or 3 things, and she says because she really lives in Salt Lake and Meredith lives in Park City, and they're an hour away from each other. So, and also Meredith rents 3 homes in 3 different states. She rents a home in Ohio. They rent their home here or in Salt Lake. Oh yeah, you told me that. I'm an asshole. You did tell me that. I'll drop the line in a little bit because if not, me and Dustin will get me off track. Dustin, don't get me off track. But I'll drop the line. But you have to let me. I can't. Do you see how I can barely get through this as it is? I'm literally like blah blah. I can't believe I can't get my shit together. I've been on here live every day this week, 3-4 hours a day. Oh, okay. She has a store on Long Island. Is that where her new store is? Is it doing good there? I think her stuff's expensive, and I like the one pair of boyfriend jeans that she has. That's it. I'm not paying $80 for them, but I like them a lot. But I feel like, I don't know, my style is not, I don't know what, like, honestly, I look at every franchise and I don't like any, like, I liked what Bryn was wearing on Watch What Happens Live with when she was on with Kathy the other night. Oh, by the way, Kathy looks like she did not like her at all. Kathy looked like she does not fucking want to be with that chick. She did not want to be around Bryn. Kathy looked like she was annoyed as fuck. She rolled her eyes a few times. Kathy was a different Kathy. Kathy was like a very not a stupid, not like a not stupid Kathy. I was be stupid. Not a ditzy Kathy. She was more like a just not fucking around Kathy. Strange. But Mary and Meredith actually apologized to each other, which was good. But, it's like Mary should really just tell Meredith about everything going on. Maybe she does eventually. I mean, of course, now they're watching it back. The thing is, with the after show, though, the after show, I was pretty sure they watched the season first, because it's almost like a reunion almost, because they're talking about every episode, right? I know they don't film it every week because it's by their outfits. I can't stop it. Yeah. Yeah, you saw it, right? Yes, she was. Exactly. That's the Kathy she was. You're right. You know what? And Nikki was there too. So that's probably the real Kathy. I love Kathy. I do. I mean, I do 1000% believe in rhymes with Bugatti, especially since I see the pictures that I've seen with Corey's mom and Kris Jenner. It's wild. Shannon, do you know Corey Gamble's mom? Do you know he's the Corey Gamble is the heir to Mary Kay Cosmetics, and his mom is the one. His dad is the one who started Mary Kay Cosmetics, where his mother, which was Corey's grandmother, Mary Kay Ash, he married Fancy NCR. Her name's Fancy, this rich old white woman, but they adopted Corey when he was 3 and raised him. And I'm assuming the pictures. Yes, I've told you this. But I've told you, I've said this before. Maybe you didn't hear me. Yeah, like there's a picture of Kathy Hilton, Fancy NCR, Kris Jenner, and a bunch of other rich white women in they're wearing black and white checkered jackets. Like they're at a meeting, and there's the picture of them on like this yacht, and they're like in a circle. It's just, I have it. It's an Instagram picture. If you want, I'll bring it up in a little bit. But yeah, and I have all this. I was going to bring it to Sean Atwood channel about Corey Gamble being, a porn star and basically, stealing all the money with Lou Taylor, helping steal money, Britney's money, allegedly, Justin's money, and all that shit, washing it through the Kardashian church. That's my theory. And Diddy money too. I definitely think that Diddy's I think they washed the money through the church, and probably you don't pay the tax. They probably won't even claim any of that money. They might wash it and not even even claim it. They probably won't even claim it. That's the craziest thing. They have the church because of taxes, obviously. But have you ever seen any of them go to church? He's a porn star too. Apparently, he has a 13-inch penis. He's definitely not screwing Kris Jenner. When you look at his ex-girlfriend, doesn't look anything like Kris Jenner. But she looks more of like Candace almost. Candace from Potomac. It sucks. And she says a lot of crazy shit that he's a stalker and he's been stalking her for years. But anyway, so in the Instagram, how we figured out that, somebody else actually, Reddit, figured out who Corey's mom and dad were. But there's so much proof on the Instagram. His bio has been wiped from the internet. His entire existence has been wiped from the internet. You find very little about him now. Thank God that Dana had saved a lot of the stuff that she found, and that somebody had sent her too about him. They're like, we found his mom. It actually wasn't hard. It's Instagram. She's all over it, but nobody really thought to look to see how it says, my son, every holiday, my beloved son, 3 years old, we found, we brought you into our lives and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, wow. And then there's all these like Mary Kay things going on, like Mary Kay events that they go to. And, they just opened one in like France or some shit. And Mary Kay, believe it, they're worth $2.1 billion last year. So him and his brother just became the, the chief financial CFO of it or something, Mimir. We found that out. Me and Mimir found that out. Yeah. So like his one brother runs the company now. So, I guess Corey gets paid just for being either a CIA person, a CIA informant, or a CIA, double agent kind of thing. Because it's like, okay, let's look at it this way. Like, say he is like Justin's manager and he's all these things, right? He's like, where's Waldo? He shows up in every fucking death scene in Hollywood. He's like security for every hip hop person. Like, there's a picture of him with everyone. Like, he's like, where's the fucking Waldo? I swear. And nobody thinks it's weird that nobody knows who the fuck he is. And all of a sudden he's Justin's tour manager. And he's Justin's music manager. And it's like, who are you again? Like, nobody thought anything about it except for, when Kim Porter dies, and there he is. Prince dies, there he is. Michael Jackson dies, there's Corey. Where's Waldo? Who's dead this week? Corey's probably there. I think he was even at Anne Heche. Right? Like somehow, somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. Remember her jumping out of the body bag and shit? How crazy was that? She was in a body bag and all of a sudden she sits out. She tries to escape, which I'm assuming that's what she was trying to do. They let her burn in that freaking car. Her car was on fire for 45 minutes. Right? And you mean to tell me that little car that she was in that caught fire the second it hit the house, that you couldn't get her out, nobody could get that fire out in less than 45 minutes? And the fact that she was still alive enough to like jump up out of the body bag and try to, when they literally shoved her back in, shoved her ass right back in. And you're like, holy shit, you thought the fucking crash was wild. These fucking EMTs are like, no, you get back in. It's like, whoa. It's like, okay, we thought you were dead. It's not dead, guys. And then she dies like 2 days later. Oh, they're taking her to the hospital. We saw her sit up, and everybody's like, oh, great, she's okay then. She's okay. How could she be okay? She was in a burning car for 40 minutes. The car was burned to nothing. She was apparently crouched down in the passenger floors or some shit. I'm sorry. Even if you didn't get burned, I don't think you wouldn't have survived the smoke. Was she really in the car? I'm all on a whole different subject now, but like this whole thing reminded me. I went from church to Corey Gamble to this. Sorry, my bad. I apologize. 457 people. Hey, I give you guys credit for listening to me. Still, I really appreciate it, and I'm usually not this bad, but. Yeah, that whole Corey Gamble thing's wild, isn't it? My hair does look good. It looks good now. But yeah. So, all right. Sorry. I promise I'm going to be on track right now. I'm going to get right back on track. We're going to go. Who's starting on now? Brittany and Angie. So, again, last week, Angie told Brittany to shut the fuck up. No, Bronwyn to shut the fuck up like 4 times. Oh, that's right. She argued with Bronwyn, too. First argument, Angie and Bronwyn. Sorry. That was the whole thing about telling Bronwyn to shut the fuck up. Bronwyn wouldn't say hi to Angie this week. Angie said she called Angie. Angie called her a liar, and she wanted an apology from Bronwyn, and Bronwyn wants an apology from Angie. So they argue about that for like 5 minutes, and Brittany's like, or Bronwyn goes over to talk to Angie, and she's like, sorry. Bronwyn goes to talk to Brittany about Angie. They both were arguing with her. Brittany still mad at her for calling her a slut, basically. She's like, last week you called me a slut, and now this week you're saying my hair is slutty. Well, she didn't get to that part yet, but that's another argument. The second argument. She has kind of called her slutty 2 weeks in a row now. Actually, she called her slutty last week. Then Brittany's like, you know what? Outside, she's probably calling me a slut because she was a slut. She was a slut with Sean, and I'm going to tell her that when I see her, or something like that. So Bronwyn and Brittany have that little conversation, and they're like, we're friends, and we're like, we're friends. And we have who would have known? Me and Brittany are friends. Bronwyn and Brittany. Brittany's all excited about her new friendship with Bronwyn. And she's like, Bronwyn's like, I want this friendship to last a hot minute. Like, I think that we should make it last or something like that. Well, literally within 5 minutes, Angie's arguing with Brittany, and Bronwyn leans into Angie. Goes, yeah, she wanted to call you a slut, by the way. She called you a slut outside. You threw her Brittany under the bus, and Bronwyn's like, fuck that bitch. I gave her 5 minutes. That's it. I'm like, why? What? Like, she has mean girl vibes to Angie, but the person she should be fucking treating like shit is Heather Gay. You know what I mean? Like, Heather Gay's the one who deserves to be treated like a complete asshole. Not everybody else, Bronwyn. But I do get how Bronwyn doesn't want to. She's not taking absolutely anybody's shit at all, because they've all tried to like double standard come for her. Like Heather's like, own your words. We all got to own our words and own what we say about each other. We're obsessed with finding shit out about each other. And it's like, so Heather, how come you're mad at Bronwyn for making everybody own their words? That's what she's doing. She's making everybody be accountable for what they say about each other, because she's like, you know what? We have shit talking fest, and Heather's like, we all talk a little shit on each other. I think we're all aware of that, It's like, no, Heather, no. Because literally you keep saying how you cannot trust Bronwyn because, oh, she was just very two-faced in the very beginning. No, she was literally calling you all the fuck out. She was had a little shit talking fest with you guys in the car, you and Lisa, but you both threw her under the bus and then forgot to tell her what you guys said. And you've been saying that every week this week, you're like, we all kind of talk shit on each other and like everybody's all like, how last year they all became instant best friends again just so they can go against Monica. I feel like that's what everybody's like doing now. But again, it's like, but I mean, with Heather's like, everybody, we got to stick together and like, fuck these new bitches and we can't let them in and da da da. And, we have to ice Monica out. You ice Monica out because she knows what you did. Makes sense now, right? Why wouldn't you? Meredith and Heather and Lisa were so the hell, like, we'll leave, we'll walk off this. If you hire Monica this season, like the one we're watching now, literally we're leaving. We're not, and again, you don't give Bravo a fucking ultimatum because you know what? They're like, okay, like Jen Shaw, we won't hire Monica again because Jen Shaw stopped her from getting hired season 3 with the cease and desist that Bravo knew about Von Teese. Hello, said she was Von Teese. That's why it took her like 2 seasons to get hired. So again, that's why I didn't sleep for 3 days. Because I'm watching interview after interview of Heather and Andy going, no, we didn't know about it at all. She's a liar. We didn't know she was Von Teese. No, receipts, time, proof line, proof time. I can't even say it. Receipts, proof, timeline. Heather, yay, no. Receipts, proof, timeline, proved that you fucking know. And the whole time, they're like, oh, Heather, don't say anything. Act like you don't know. And Monica, don't tell them you're Von Teese because, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're Von Teese. And they're like, Heather, gas her all up. Baskin Robbins and Jeremiah Bullfrog were like, oh, Heather, yes. By the end, you're going to call her out and act like you didn't know she was Von Teese. And you're going to be mad that she has 5 different names and 5 different accounts at your beauty lab and owes you $2,000. No, she had a maiden name, a married name, and a mom's second husband name. I have 3 names as well. You'll probably find me under Krista and I have 2 last names. My married name, maiden name, and then my mom's maiden name is on some things. My dad's Clancy's on some things. So yeah. So, say I have like 5 different names or something. It's like crazy. Technically I have 2 right now. Legally I'm both. I could be DeMarco, I could be a Mitchum, I could be a Miller, I could be Clancy. I mean, especially since I haven't changed my last name legally yet. And I've been married for almost 10 years. I like Bronwyn so much. I do. I like her a lot. I like it. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. Everybody over. Oh, wow. Holy shit. The people that just joined. Yes. Oh my God, guys. There's a lot of people on X watching. I really appreciate you guys a lot. So definitely follow me over on X Twitter because you guys are your comments are the best. I can't see them on here if you guys try to comment. But please, if you guys want to talk about this stuff with me, with us, come over on YouTube. Click the link that's in all the platforms, and I'll take you right to this chat where I'm talking to my people that have been watching me for how many years now? 3, almost 3, 4 years. New Year's Eve, it's either 3 years or 4 years. It's year 4 since with Adam. My first year and a half was with Adam. But my channel, I think I started it's January 1st. I think it was 2022. 2021. Actually, I don't know. I have to check. These years go by because I'm like, remember last year, Erin, when we started Who Started You on Podcast? Remember last summer? Erin's like, that was 2 summers ago, Chris. I was like, what? 2 summers have gone by since? I'm like, holy shit, she's right. Oh my God. Oh, wow. It has been. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because this was like 3 summers in a row. I tried to podcast outside. It was too hot. I only made it last year. It was the only time I did it. And I realized I waited till nighttime anyway, so you couldn't see my yard anyway. My tropical paradise out there. And even in the wintertime, it looks like a winter wonderland. I put all kinds of like lights and Christmas trees all over the place out there. All kinds of blow ups. Shan, wait to see my yard this year. You saw Christmas this year. I have literally like all these blow up thingies. I went nuts last winter with all these like things, that blow up during the day. And then my backyard, I definitely went too far. I got like 25 little mini Christmas trees. I had put lights on all of them, and I'm going to put them all back up again. For what, I don't know. Nobody comes over, and when people do, I feel I'm like so weird. I don't like company. I'm just like, why do you even want anybody here? I don't want this person. I get so strange. I'm very like non-sociable. Without you guys, I'm not really sociable outside of here anymore. I realize that I'm sociable with my sister and my dad. They're only people I really see. My husband. I mean, God, my dad. I've seen him and talked to him more in the last 2 months. I think when we lived for 46 years or 36 years. No, I'm just kidding. I love my dad. He's just an asshole sometimes. He's cool though. He's single, by the way. I'm not supposed to tell anybody that. Newly single. Good looking dude too. Take care of you. No, I'm just kidding. That's our money. Don't dare take my dad's. Don't even. That's our money. Just saying. Actually, we think my brother's probably gonna steal it all. You know, like, of course, the golden child. He's like literally the executor of my parents' will. It's like me and my sister are like, what the fuck? We're like, really? My dad's like, yeah, like I'd make one of you guys the whatever it's called of the will. And we're like, he's going to change the will and take all the money and take everything. Actually, Shannon thinks that. I don't. Shannon, you're so mean. That's your twin brother. How could you say that about him? Mikey's perfect. Don't you know that? Mikey is perfect. He's trustworthy. Like, I'm just saying, you know. Actually, I wouldn't make me or Shannon. I mean, honestly, it's just a lot of work. It really doesn't really mean much. It's like, but still, it just kind of feels like, you trust, I don't know. We've always thought that, like, when we wanted something when we were younger, because we're all about the same age, we're like a year apart, we would make my brother ask. If we wanted anything, my brother had to ask, and my parents would say yes. Like, isn't that crazy? If we wanted, like, I don't know what we all would want, but, like, you know, growing up, if we wanted to go, like a day trip or something, or go to the mall, or, like, Franklin Mills Mall, Mikey asks, and my dad would be like, yeah, sure. Here, Mike, take it all, Mike. Take everything. He was the golden child there for a long time. He was the good one. And actually, me and Shannon, we weren't the good ones. Me and my sister just horrible. We're horrible people. I'm just kidding. But I joke. I say this shit. I honestly, like, we've been through a fucking lot, our family. So it's like the fact that we're all still getting along and love each other, and can still, like, come together, and, like, it's means a lot to me. And I was like, that's what I'm so thankful about this year, is to have my family back. Fucked up way of getting us ever back together. It's a really screwed up way of getting us all back in the same, you know, space. But yeah, oh my God, an hour and 20 minutes. See, sometimes I told you, listen, honey, I'm not always perfect. I'm not always as good as I like. You really, like, I'll never forget. I'm always gonna, like, literally replay that voicemail you left me. I know it's like so, like, random, but it made me laugh, and it meant a lot to me, because I'm like, yeah, I can do that. It's crazy. I don't know. But, like, I just talked for an hour and a half, 20 minutes about nothing, you know? Free Monica, exactly. She needs to literally stop. She needs to not pay Monica. I'm sorry, not pay Heather that $30,000 court fees, just in court fees. And I mean, listen, $2,000, like, write it off, Heather. Like, you know what I mean? After what you've done, I think you could write $2,000 off. And if you really take that 30 grand from her, a single mother, you're out of your mind. Like, I will literally, I'm never going to stop calling you Heather Von Teese. I'm probably going to do to you what I did to Teresa until you're out, like, off with your head. And that sucks, because when we say off with your head, I mean, you've pretty much pissed off the entire Bravo community. At this point, when they find out you're Von Teese, you're Von Teasing, you're not the actual Von Teese, but you were Von Teasing under a fake Finsta, or fake Finsta, which, again, didn't know Finsta meant fake Insta, but it does. A Finsta, you know, that I swear, if we fucking run a background check on it, I guarantee it's like literally not active, right? Because as soon as Dana called out something about 1 week about bad shit about Monica and bad shit about Meredith and Heather, they both left her Patreon, and that message and that Finsta completely went away. After 3.5 years messaging Dana all this tea and all this crazy shit. Oh my God, did you hear about this? Oh my God, here's Meredith's 10,000 press kits, and Meredith's perfect. Heather's perfect. Lisa does coke. It's like, and Heather told the Von Teese, the actual Von Teese, that Lisa did coke. Yeah. And literally, I don't know why Monica listened to those bitches, listened to Bravo at all, and didn't like show everybody what Lisa was. Like, I would have fucking kept talking. I wouldn't even have shut up if they would have literally not let me take out the receipts, because those receipts would have proved it. Unless they wanted to let the storyline go on longer, but I would have not. Nah, fuck that. Like, if you're firing me over this, I'm letting it. I'm literally exposing it all. And she still didn't expose it until, like, we just found this out. That in that book was proof that she was Von Teese too. That Heather was a part of it, like using the account just like as much as Tanisha, just as much as the rest of them. You know, Danny Gossip Girl, I love you. Everybody, please follow Danny Gossip Girl too on all her following, all her things, all her platforms. She's amazing. We had an episode, which I love how you do it. I realized I was under. I didn't realize that I like how you release little bits and pieces here and there, and it was awesome. I just did an episode with her 2 weeks ago, talking about 90s nostalgia, 2000s nostalgia. I'm sorry, not Southern. You know what I mean? Shows that shaped the 2000s, reality shows like Bachelor Nation and stuff like that. Yeah. I actually most thought about going back on my lithium again, because I can't stand when I'm like this and I can't reel myself back in. It makes it, and actually, I get on my own fucking nerves. I'm on my own nerves right now. I'm staring at my notes like I haven't been looking at them this whole time. But, we got more people. Okay. I so appreciate you guys. I'm going to keep saying that. I love it. And Instagram, you guys didn't shut down on me, did you? I don't want to have to redo it. I actually do want to be back on. All right. So, since I haven't been getting there anyway, Brittany and Angie. Okay, so Brittany is telling everybody in the bar mitzvah, all of a sudden now, because Angie started saying that her clothes were cheap. Which again, I don't know how those two started to argue, but somehow they did, and it was like, you accused me of being a slut. You owe me an apology. And Angie's like, no. And Rowan's like, no, she was actually going to accuse you of it again and say that you were a slut with Sean. And Angie started calling her clothes cheap, her hair cheap, her face cheap. Jared, I don't know where Jared is again, because last week they were yelling at her because there's too much of her and Jared. Oh, wait. Oh my God. Lauren, you literally met my man, Craig. You've met Craig. You have met my Craig. You've met Craig. I have never met Craig. I fangirl over nobody except for other podcasters and Craig. I fangirl. Craig is my everything. Craig is the only famous person that I would actually care about meeting. I'm obsessed with Craig. Craigie Craig. Because he's from here. Well, he's from the area. He's from Delaware, but like he's awesome. I love him. And him and Paige are engaged, but they should be. They need to get engaged. And they need to live in Charleston. And they need to have a Real Housewives of Charleston. Andy's acting like there's no other cities they would think about. What? Like, really, Andy? Dumbass? Are you crazy? Oh, you're at work? Oh, he's right. You're a bartender. That's amazing. What was I just doing? Oh my God, it's on my Instagram. Sorry. I have to redo it. It shuts off after an hour and you have to restart it. And I don't I like a lot of people on Instagram watching, because I like interacting with them in the DMs afterwards too, you guys. So, because again, I can't switch over all the time to see the comments, even though I constantly look at these ones. I should try every day too. I'm going to do really good today. I'm going to do my ADHD therapy before I go on. I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm not going to say and a million times, and I'm going to get through my recaps. I'm going to have my notes already. Here I am. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate you saying that. I don't think I'd be able to do it without you. Even I ended up doing the notes myself, because I ended up watching this show at 3 a.m. And I was in reality, Burb had already the recap out. So I was reposting I was doing my notes into the recap that you usually give me. But you and my other podcast host person, Salty Housewife podcast person, he was really good at the notes too. And for some reason, I can't. I don't. I mean, I have them, but like me talking into my phone too. Like I'm like there's like typos everywhere, and you know. But Chicago, yeah, Real Housewives of Chicago. Yeah, if they could do Jersey, they could do Chicago. I feel like I was thinking Phoenix, Cape Cod, like Real Housewives like Phoenix or Arizona, somewhere in Arizona, Sedona. And it'd be like a spiritual, like a hippie group, you know? Yes, please. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, maybe I found that we can do watch parties, but we can have it on in the background in each of our respective houses or whatever. Because that's how Jolene does it. I don't know how she gets away with it, but her and Blaze Bravo, they did a watch party. And I was like, oh my God, how many times I want to do like a people's couch. Like I really would love, I would be awesome because my reactions are hilarious. I really think about how if somebody was watching me watch these shows and the shit that comes out of my mouth and I don't even realize I'm saying it. My husband was like, he's like, he doesn't watch any of the shows. He watches the boat show with me. He knows about the shows, he knows about the women, but like the other day, he's like, I was like, you need to shut the fuck up. He had not talk. He was in the room with me while I was doing my notes and I was talking into the phone. And I'm like, you know, saying my stuff, which I should probably never, ever repeat ever. But he was like right there. And I'm like, he's like, babe, you are so mean. I'm like, no, I'm not. He's like, maybe you should change your delivery, like change the way I say things. He's like, it's just, I'm like, I know it's the way I said, I know it's everybody thinks I'm angry when I'm not. But again, I was watching somebody else the other day who kind of gets activated like me. And I was like, is that what I look like? I was like, ooh, I don't like that. I'm like, I can't. I was like watching this person. His name's Todd, Chris Todd. He's the one that wrote the Diddy book or the book. And he was like getting really into like his opinion about something yesterday on the channel. And he wasn't being called out. It's the other guy, Courtney Burgess, getting called up anyway. And and I'm like watching him. He's getting really activated. And I was like, dude, relax. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, that's probably what I look like. Because I can imagine like you all going, man, this chick don't shut the fuck up now. She's mad. What is she actually talking about? And then sometimes who knows what I'm even saying, right? Like who knows what the fuck I even say? I mean, poor Dustin. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I talk for an hour and I don't know what I'm saying, and I know that I didn't get through anything. See, I just lost my train of thought again. Anyway, I'm watching the whole thing about being like activated. I was like, oh, that's a bad look. And I was like, and he was cursing, and I was like, and I'm cute. Like I look cute, and I'm like, you know, my mouth is horrible. Dad, I promise, I'm gonna like start to watch my mouth. And my dad's funny. He'll tell me that I curse too much, but then he'll tell go, tell these bitches to shut the fuck up. Like, you know, like joke him. And I'm like, see, we're like, we are a bunch of fucking outlaws, man. If we weren't all like half dead, we would like literally be driving past we would be stalking this one person and calling and telling his dying girlfriend that he was having an affair and stuff. I'm not gonna say who this person is, but like me and my sister and my dad would be driving past this person's house. We actually thought about it. I mean, we actually did it. I'm just kidding. I was gonna tell him. If I had a car, me and my sister would be. We would be. We're just crazy. We're just crazy like that, you know. I told you I am crazy, but they're crazier. My dad and my sister are crazier than I am. I truly think that. I truly believe that. That we're just a different kind of crazy. I'm like, you know, lock me up in a padded room crazy. My sister's more like ballsy crazy. Like I have balls, but only my mouth, and then I'm just like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Hide me. Because like I run my mouth and I'll get my ass kicked. Like I'm a little person. Like my sister beats my ass. Like we used to fight, and she's a tough bitch. And I mean, I probably now I probably am because of her, but like I would sneak my sister like an asshole. I would sneak her because and I'd be scared too. I'd try to run, but she'd be like, I'm gonna fuck you up, Chris. I'm like, I don't fucking care. My dad's like, Jason. My dad's like in between us. My dad, this dad, yeah. I think I went around him and snuck my sister one time, and she beat my fucking ass. I deserved it. Because we used to, I hate even talking about it, but like, it's just funny when I think about it. Because I'm like, who the fuck do I think I am? I'm so little. And I run my mouth. You guys know that. I mean, I don't expect people to fight. I don't even know why I was fighting. I don't know why we were just fighting. We used to, yeah. Me and my sister, she beat my pretty bitch. And like, honestly though, like, thank God for my sister. Because like, honestly, like, I know that nobody, like, she'd fuck anybody up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could, if I called her and told her to come do something, she would do it. She's been kicked out of every bar in South Jersey for fucking people up. I'm just kidding, Shannon. I'm just kidding. No, she hasn't. That was like 10 years ago. We're not like that anymore. We don't fight people. Hey, Larja. I try to get through. It's an hour and a half. I've been talking about nothing for an hour and a half. I'm like going from subject to subject and playing with my hair. Larja, it's a bad day today. And I'm how am I live 5 days a week? This will be day 4 now. I usually don't go live more than 2 or 3 days a week and only 1 or 2 hours a day. But, you know, I just feel like I woke up every morning the days that I wasn't doing this. I'm like, I feel like going live today. Plus, there's too many shows. I'm dropping a link for you guys so that you guys can get me out of my funk here. If you want to call in. I know Dustin said to drop the link. Why can't I get the link? Oh, I'm not doing it right. If you guys come into the chat, please, or come in on the thing. Are you the baby? No, I'm the oldest. Believe it or not. By a year and a half. Oh, well, I'm 45 now. Actually, I'm a year younger than my sister now, but I was always the oldest. Yes, I was always a year and a half older. And her and my brother are twins. They're a year and a half or 2 years younger than me. And then we got my other brother he was born in 81, 4 years younger than me. However that old that makes him. So I'm going to be younger than all of them, but he's 41, I think. And then we have Courtney and Cody. They're the 2 youngest. Cody's like 30, in his 30s. And then my sister Courtney, who's 35-ish. She's 14 years younger than me. Yeah. So there's the 2 younger ones who, like, our parents kind of had like, oops. My mom was like, my stepmom had my sister. She was 36. And I was like, oh, wow. Me and my stepmom were actually pregnant at the same time. I was 14. I lost my virginity, got pregnant like a really irresponsible person. And yeah, 14, 8th grade. And my stepmom was pregnant. We were pregnant at the same time. Wild, right? And my sisters, yeah. I thought, oh my God, yeah, I was 14. How crazy is that? What a fucking very traumatizing experience to get pregnant the first time you have sex. Yeah. And it's so crazy to think nowadays, like right now, somebody would have a hard time going somewhere. I mean, I'm not saying what I am, but I just would feel like nowadays it's 14, man. I was in 8th grade. I can't have a child with somebody. I was like, I just want to have sex because everybody else is. My friends are doing it. So I want to. No, heavy metal days. All right, I'm losing you all. Meredith and Mary's apology, Angie Rowan. All right, let me get to the bottom of my notes, maybe. So, Whitney. Oh, okay. So, why this argument is happening with Todd, Bronwyn, and Angie. Heather and Whitney are talking, and they're okay. Bronwyn's attempt to stir shit up didn't work, allegedly. Lisa comes over, and Whitney's like, let me make it clear. I was never speaking to you. I was never going to take down Heather. I never said I was going to take Heather down. And Lisa comes over, and Lisa's like, Whitney, you're a liar, Whitney. Whitney, you're a liar. And Whitney's like, Lisa, who the fuck are you talking to? Why are you talking to me like that? That's Whitney's face. And then Lisa's like, Whitney, you're just a liar. Whitney's a liar. Everybody, Whitney's a liar. And Lisa's like, you're a liar. And Lisa's like, you know what? To find out who's a liar. She's like, when you have the 2 liars come together and when you put the 2 liars in the room. And she's like, Lisa's like, let me get the 2 liars together and we'll figure out who the liar is or something like that. So then Bronwyn comes over. And Angie thinks that Bronwyn is a bad person, like she said. But Brittany's also saying the same shit. Brittany's like, Angie's saying things to be dramatic. That's what Brittany says. And Angie's like, you're dating multiple men at the same time. And Bronwyn's like, she called you a slut, though. So we have, I don't know, whatever the story, but Bronwyn leans in and says, Brittany Angie, Brittany called you a slut outside. She's going to call you a slut in front of everybody else. And Brittany's like, what the fuck, Bronwyn? And all of a sudden, Angie's like, well, you're a slut. You look like a slut, blah, 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 blah. And Bronwyn's like, this is funny. Brittany's like, you know what? I was friends with her for about 5 minutes. And I fucked her over. It's like, she's very proud of herself. It's kind of weird what she did. I don't know, but she doesn't like her. I don't know. I didn't like the way Bronwyn treated the relationship with Jared in the very beginning with Brittany, but Bronwyn definitely won me over when she went after Heather. So I'll forever be indebted to Bronwyn. And finally a Bronwyn we like. I mean, I like her. But so Angie's like, you're a slut. Maybe you called me a slut because you're a slut. And then how about that's when we get to the high body count, the cheap words, and the bump it something. You did something behind a bump it. And Brittany's like, I'm really upset. And she wants her to tell Whitney. She's like, Angie's calling me. She's like, I saying I give out slutty vibes. And Whitney's like, oh, really? Oh, well. Angie's like, I've never been slutty, but that's the bump it that's giving Brittany the vibe, or I don't know. Bump it. Oh, her hair. Oh, what'd you call? Oh, a bump it. Oh my God. Her hair, Brittany's hair had a bump it in it. Oh, a bump it is a thing that you put the. I just got all caught. So the bump it is a thing that you used and put the bump in your hair when you. Oh, I get it. To put the bumpy thing in it. Oh my God. And Brittany's like, take your bump it. You're still trying to take your bump it. And, oh, that's what a bump it is. Oh my God. I'm like, Angie, what the fuck is a bump it? I thought it was like I actually was thinking it was like what's the thing? A podium thingy is that people stand at when they speak. A podium, is that what it's called? I thought that's what a bump it was for like the Jewish community or something. I don't know. But Brittany's like, oh, she called me slutty. And I was screaming about that, blah, blah, blah. But then Meredith comes over. She's like, what? And she said, what? She called you a what? She's called slut shaming you? Oh, Meredith, I've never been slut shamed, but I'm leaving. I've been slut shamed. And Angie's like coming over. She's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you that upset. Oh, it's 109 people watching. Oh, wow. I lost 400 people in a matter of an hour. I'm just kidding. 109 is my angel number. And that means that my birth angel, her name is Minerva is letting me know that she's here. So I tell you, 109 is back to 109. That's the time I was born, and it just went back down to 109 again. So that's how I eventually figured out she was my angel, birth angel, because your birth angel is with you every incarnation, your entire life, from the time they decide to be your birth angel on when you. So they're always with you, and they're the ones that's actually your guardian angel. That's that keep you alive, during your incarnation and free will and shit. But I've seen the number 109 my entire life. I've never always seen 111. People always seen 1111, blah, 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 growing up. I've never seen the rest of them. I've always seen 109, and I still see angel numbers every day, all day, since 2021, July 16th, 2021. But I said out loud, why don't I see angel numbers like everybody else that's having an awakening? I don't see angel numbers. And then I see them every day, all day. And usually, sometimes me and my sister, I always see them with my sister. Like when our messages, it'll be the time. And I'm like, Jesus, it's always like 222. I told her to say it out loud, and I guarantee she'll start seeing them every day too. But so anyway, Meredith is like, you know what, Angie, you can leave. You can leave. Security. It's like, wow, Meredith gets. I don't know what's up, but now Meredith gets that. You can leave, and my phone. That's the Meredith. Is she drunk or something? Like, she doesn't always get like that. Because last season, remember, she didn't get like that with the hot mic moment. She didn't get like that with anything. It was just like, I don't know. She was being accused of being a Vonteese. And like, that was it. She didn't say anything. She was like, oh, I didn't do it. I don't get activated. Even though earlier that season, she was the one kicking Angie out again. When she was like, you can't leave. Security. It's like Lisa calling her 10 security tech people. I'm calling the cops. I want the police. I want the Salt Lake City Police, the Los Angeles Police Department, the FBI. I want all of it on the fence that Whitney was accusing her of being. It's like we went from that to like not wanting to know Lisa. We're like, Dana said the only person I would give it to would be Lisa or Lisa's tech people, because she's like, she wants Lisa to not or to call them all out because Lisa's still getting the blame for it. Well, at least she was. When Whitney was told as they're filming that it was not Lisa, not Lisa, it's not Lisa, it's not Lisa, it's not Lisa. Oh, it's Meredith. Oh, I think it's Meredith too. Okay, we're on the same page. Me and Dana. Yeah, we all think it's Meredith. We think it's Angie. We think it's Meredith and Heather sprinkled with Tanisha. It's like you have what, a Finsta? Does everybody have a Finsta account? Is that means fake Insta, right? I really couldn't figure out where Finsta. I was like, where is this Finsta? I'm like in Instagram. I'm like, is it? I thought it was like a part of like Instagram. Like, I had no idea until just recently that it meant fake Insta. I don't have one, and I really should. I really should. But then who's going to, I mean, I don't know. What would I really do? You know, I don't want to, like, I have to cancel my Patreon, Heather's Patreon. Heather McDonald. I only got it to hear the Gage episode, and then I realized that she put it out already. She put on their actual Juicy Scoop. Again, I'm just going to forget this whole recap and just talk about Jeff Lewis for a second because I don't know. I don't think by the Nick Viles podcast that he knew about the Gage episode yet. I don't think he would have been talking the way he was because he was kind of like taking a little bit of responsibility, but like kind of throwing digs at Gage, but not really. And I'm like, oh, he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know yet. I didn't listen to him today. The episode with Gage was a couple of days ago. Well, it was behind a paywall now. Then it wasn't. I guess at least that really proved to me that that Heather McDonald was doing it to get back because she didn't get a reaction out of her the first time. Then she comes and she puts it outside of the paywall. Hello.
How are
Welcome to the
you?
most benevolent timeline possible.
Always and always moving on the highest vibration frequency, spiraling up to our greatness.
Absolutely. Large
Yes,
original focus buttons, please. My partner in crime every week seems like, help me, get me
right?
out of my fucking hour and a half funk. I'm like talking about nothing.
Oh, well,
But
we can talk about the show if you want to, because
yes, please
yeah.
do.
Oh my gosh. So you were right to the part where Meredith finally had security to kick out somebody. And she has been trying to kick Angie out since they were on the trip with Trixie, right?
Yes. You
Yeah.
can leave. That's
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was Angie. Yeah.
So that's interesting that she would take so much offense to Mary asking her to leave after she's already tried to kick Angie out and now is following up with having security just to kick somebody out, and it's going to be Angie for the reason she should have kicked Lisa Barlow out in the
Mhm.
first place. Miss
Yeah,
Hot Mike, now you're my bestie. And
I
for
know.
those two specifically to be the ones gathering around Brittany in her moment of slutism was like rich, to say the least. It was so bridge and tunnel.
I didn't know what that meant. I'm like, Bridget Tunnel. What does that mean? How does Lisa Barlow know what that means? But so um I like how Lisa was like, Whitney, you're a liar. You're a liar, Whitney. It's like, Lisa's like, oh, by the way, Whitney, you're a liar. Just want to let you know you're a liar, Whitney. And Whitney's like, shut. Whitney looks, she's like, shut the, don't talk to me like that. Why are you talking to me like that? Her face was like all weird and distorted. It's like, okay, Whitney,
Yeah.
but you are a fucking liar, Whitney, because you know that Lisa's not the one to blame here. Like, Lisa's not Von teasing you.
She
Fucking,
has just been caught lying on the show. She's been caught.
I know. She literally, you know, the whole what's it called, Alibaba or whatever. I guess everybody
Uh-huh.
does that. People that are sell things or commerce people do that, but
Yeah.
she basically shut that shit down. We so focused on who told everybody about it instead of the fact that she does buy her products for
Right.
$1.50, infuses them with
Right.
greed, not crystals, greed, crystalline energy, her greed energy, and then resells them for
Mm,
$700 when they're $1.25.
right.
It's like, again, I mean, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy shit from her. I mean, now I will never buy another celebrity shit. I've been doing that dumb shit. You know what I mean? I'm
Well,
like, sure, I'll buy $300 extensions just because somebody fucking put their name. You know what I mean? I'm like, Why would I,
Right.
you know? But I
Uh-huh.
should do more of them. But Angie and Bronwyn, right?
Was it Angie and Bronwyn? Yeah. I feel like Bronwyn was telling the truth. Those bitches said some stuff, and she literally repeated what they said almost verbatim. And they're like, "Oh, she said it out of context, bitch. What was the context then?"
I know. And you did tell me to shut the fuck up 3 or 4 times last week.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, I wouldn't be, we would not be having a conversation not this quickly. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, you're gonna apologize, or we're like keep the same energy. You told me to shut the fuck up like 4 or 5 times last week, and I really
Yeah.
don't know. Angie kind of just went after her. It's weird. Like, Braun or Heather, they're all like, own your words, and we have to own our words. Like, Braun, you need to own your words, and it's like, but Heather, you have been literally going, we all talk shit on each other. It's okay. And me
Right.
and we tell each other when we're mad at each other. We don't need Bronwyn to tell us or whatever, blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Right. And that scene, literally, Angie and Whitney, it was Whitney led, was saying how Bronwyn should expect to get treated from Lisa because this is what she does, and it was not good. And then Angie co-signed and delivered the the Lisa Barlow hate. And then when Bronwyn, who figured out logistics pretty quickly on this show, is
Yeah.
that you're talking about everybody, you're gonna talk about me. I'm gonna tell you what you said for real. Your guys are making up lies on me. I'm gonna tell you what you said for real. And that seems to be working and getting her in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean,
Angie looked very bridge and tunnel talking about dick, dick,
oh
dick,
yeah,
dick.
oh yeah, you're riding this one's dick. You're talking about dick. You're talking about this. She's
Yeah.
like, dick, hair, pussy, hair slutty, whatever. Your hair counts fucked up. Now I got slutty hair going on. You know, is this like a bump or am I seeing shit?
I
Oh,
don't
you
think the
talking about,
lady's hair looked slutty. I think it looked kind of young on her. I didn't get slutty at all, even
oh,
though Brittany doesn't give me like high class, but she doesn't give me full on slutty.
she gives me Twisted Sister video.
Yes, like that era. Yes, yes,
She had
yes,
that,
yes.
going on, and it's like, and Todd though, I think Todd was a little bit softer this week with Bronwyn, a little
Yeah, I
bit.
think he's trying to be.
He's like, I didn't mean, you didn't let me finish, babe. You didn't let me finish
Yeah,
because she's like, you're making her think she's right, and like that would make me mad too. But
right.
especially in, like moments like that, like I don't know if Todd was trying to just like, I don't know. I feel like that their argument was stupid. Angie and Bronwyn's argument was dumb. Brittany and Angie, that was, yeah. And then Meredith kicking.
Angie went in. Angie went in. I was like, are you using Emily's testosterone pellets, Angie? Because you just went in. That was high key aggressive.
Yeah, like I would rather her go after Heather or something. Like, I mean,
Right.
don't go after the newbie people. Like, you were a newbie too once. You know what I mean? Like, thank God Mary's
Uh-huh.
even talking to you right now. you know, because you get the digs about Heather. Like Angie showing up where she's not invited and shit. Like Heather's still talking shit.
Yeah.
Like, knowing her time's coming. It has to be. It has to be coming because in the after show she's completely quiet. She just is like, I don't know. It's like I think it's Whitney in the room with her, like in the chair. And Whitney's like,
Meredith. It's Meredith and Heather. It's
okay,
Meredith and Heather, Whitney and who is Whitney with?
Bronwyn, Bronwyn.
And because it's definitely Angie and
Actually, let
Mary.
me pull it up
It's,
because the
yeah.
after show is amazing. Dustin, I see you. If I pull you up, Dustin, don't get me sidetracked. I'm telling you right now. I'm just kidding. Don't
Hey,
sidetrack.
Dustin.
All right, let me see if I can pull up the after show. He's on
Hey,
mute.
Larger, hi, Larger. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Awesome.
Hey, Dustin.
Hey, Kirsten. Did you get your computer fixed last night?
Yeah, actually, yeah. It updated, and I have a bunch of cool, like new features and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get the after show because it's actually pretty good. I probably should be.
I'll go on mute so that I don't interrupt you.
Dustin, don't I know? I'm only half serious, only half kidding. I'm serious.
What about when Mary was walking around the outside and they were all just letting her walk around the outside? That was hilarious. But also at the same time, I was like, somebody could have went and got her. The production could have gave her a head that
Right.
way or something. That was
They had-
funny. It
I
was funny.
know, and it's like I think. Do you think? I think she knew who she was doing. I think she kind of knew what she was doing because I feel like. Well, no, she said she's never been there before. Oh, she's never. I
Right.
guess
And
that
she
was
said they had the black on the windows and she had those sunglasses on.
probably was completely blacked out too. Yeah, that is kind of funny actually. And like, of course, it's Mary of all people, you know. And
Right. Something about Mary.
I love Mary. I really do. I love her this season. I don't think she could have said anything better than what she did in that moment with her son. And then she said
Yeah.
there's a lot more to the conversation, but with the part that we saw, like she in my eyes, coming from somebody who was an actual addict, like that was everything she said was perfect. Like, you know, she held him accountable, told him he needed to get help. She said, I'm there for you. I love you. She was just so amazing. And she's never dealt with that ever in her life. She had no idea what the conversation was going to be like.
Right.
Is this the after show? Yes. It's 20 hours ago. Yeah. Oh, and we have been limiting my ad revenue or whatever because of this, but all I do is I get them. It's the computer system does it. All I do is tell them to actually check it like whatever person check it, and they've been monetizing every video. I like 14 of them were yellow, and I got them all green. I was shocked.
Yeah, all you have to do is ask sometimes.
I didn't know.
Closed mouths don't get fed, girl. They
Like,
don't
how
get
many
fed.
times do I get to do this? How many times do I get to recommend them to check it? And I guess it'll limit it. I guess. Mary Cosby.
How you doing, Linnell?
Oh, who's View streamer. You guys see this? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, no, hello. Thanks for joining. I like new people. Is that somebody from you or is that somebody new?
Yeah, that's somebody visiting from there. That is a curvy.
Oh, hello, Kirby.
Curvy.
Okay, this is
nice to meet everybody. Everybody new, nice to meet everybody.
I know, thanks for joining. And I'm not really mean to Dustin. Dustin, I'm just half
visit the house. He lives
okay.
down the street. I don't think he loves his house, but we don't have enough property for all their dogs. So
this is about Angie selling her house, which I can't wait to see on the show. So the new show is coming out tomorrow. Or last night.
What new show? What new show is this?
when Meredith
Selling Salt Lake City or something like that.
called security.
Salt Lake. And yeah, it looks really good. I'm excited. I'm covering tomorrow with Southern Charm.
Oh, you're doing Southern Charm too?
Tomorrow, yeah. Hold on, where am I at here? Okay.
To kick me out. My heart dropped.
Security, please escort her and her husband out.
In front of her mother.
Crazy she looks.
Mother and her children and like her son who's never around. I mean, this is embarrassing.
I felt really bonded to Meredith in that moment. She stood up
I can't.
for me.
I've never been like slushy like that. Like, I'm a good girl.
That's the hair guys that we're talking about.
She knows. She stood up for herself. She stood up for women in general.
I think that for her too, it was also hurting because it's like you're degrading another woman, and that was like the last straw for her. I think
They were both degrading each other.
why are you showing up at a family event when she clearly doesn't have any respect for my family? But you're here, that's fine.
Why'd you fucking invite her? Look how dusty and old you look, Mary.
Like, great, celebrate. So then Brittany comes up to me and
this is what I'm saying. Heather does not talk this. She hasn't talked in like episodes.
And what is the outfit that Heather has on? She looks like a
maid
gospel singer.
Sister Gay, head of the church. Heather
yes.
Says that Angie's been
Sister Gay.
Hey, Kirsten.
shaming her. It's just this.
Yes.
When you get off of here, I need to talk to you about something backstage. A minute. So when you get off, I need to talk to you backstage.
Okay.
Very degrading.
Anybody know where Shay is, by the way? Shay B, real quick. Have you seen, is she missing? You know what I'm talking about, larger, right? Shay.
Yeah, I know Shay B. I haven't seen her on my Insta or anything. I hope she is okay.
She's going. Like her Insta's shut down.
No way, it's gone.
Yeah, and she said she got hacked, and like she told Mimir she got hacked, but then she was talking to her from that account. But then Mimir thought she was like this other person named Demps, who's like this famous singer. I don't know. It's a weird story. I don't know, Mimir. I'm like, Mimir, I don't know where you're getting. I don't understand what's happening. Like I don't know. It's a whole thing. I can't find Shay. She hasn't messaged me back, so she hasn't been in your thing at all. Wow.
Rating behavior towards other women that I have personally experienced and witnessed from her.
But she looks so bad. Man. It's such a
So of course I'm going to believe Brittany when she says that to me. And I'm like,
look at these two. These are two Von Teeses right here. These are the two.
Yeah.
These are the people in question. These are the two fucking people that have been Von Teesing for 3 years.
You're supposed to be here supporting my family, that you clearly don't respect my family, and now you're going to slut shame women. You got to go.
Like, you keep trying to put me out of all your events.
I know.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Could we get security, please? Excuse me. She needs to leave. I'm the hostess of the dinner, and her behavior is unacceptable. I'd like for her to
He's like the fucking like kitchen guy or some shit.
leave.
So you're going to recycle the material and I'm going to get you this. I'm going to invite you.
You even brought it.
That's not why she invited you, Angie. Get real. That's not why she invited you to kick you out. That's not what she. Let's be honest. She's kicking you out because she probably drank a little bit and got some bug up her ass like she always does.
Gift.
Yeah.
I didn't even bring a gift. The gift was myself.
I gave her some product because I love to do that. I prayed. I closed my eyes when I was supposed to close my eyes. I greeted her family.
You wasn't even talking to me.
I knew I needed to like be mindful, be thoughtful, be kind, participate, be demure. And she kicks me out in front of everyone. She doesn't even have all the facts. She doesn't even know that Brittany provoked me.
I have been so nice to you. No,
Oh, her hair's not that bad. Oh, and this one she's not.
you basically called me a slut.
She was gonna.
I didn't know the bump it was the bump thing on her head. Probably underneath her hair to make it have a bump on it.
Looking at that on Whitney, it looked a hot mess.
Gonna hire security.
Yeah. Whitney had a crazy look.
To do it. I'm hoping that that's not what she was doing, but that's what it looked like.
I don't know why she didn't want to leave. Why would you want to be somewhere where you're not wanted?
Because you're the only one that doesn't want her there. Meredith Marks. Meredith Marks. Look at Heather. Heather's got the inbred I'm caught look. She's looking right through Meredith right now. Look at that face. Totally. Mary, she's like inbred thinking right now. I fucked up. I really fucked up.
Well, I guess she does like that because she showed up in Palm Springs.
Hello. Hey, I didn't know you were going to be here.
You know what? I welcomed her into my home. I gave her wine. I made sure I told my family to
I can't. I gotta stop every 10 seconds.
Include her and make her feel comfortable. Yeah. And she brings me there and does that to me. It was very cruel the way she did it.
It was so cruel.
I mean, she's just not any.
It was just loud and obnoxious, kind of. It's like basically it's Meredith does it all the time, but she doesn't like being fucking kicked out of places.
One that I see myself having anything in common with.
So can you move on and forgive her?
Mary. That's Sister Mary, Pastor Mary.
Well, look, forgiveness is always number one.
You have to forgive. You're not bringing no more scrolls.
No scrolls. No more scrolls.
What you want apologies for? All the 17 things that were written down. Was it 17 things?
There was like
it was like a Santa Claus list.
Total voice of reason.
Let's talk about Mary arriving late to your bat mitzvah.
Well, she can't get mad at Brittany now.
Oh, gosh.
How dark her glasses.
I can't.
Over the door.
You can't get mad at other people when you have the same behavior.
I have someone meeting me here, hopefully.
The one look that I've only ever liked is this one. She looks hot as hell. Why can't she always look like this? No bangs, slick hair, outfit's fucking outrageously hot. I wish she would dress like this all the time. Like she looks amazing. And then you look at this confessional thing and she looks like a dusty old bag of bugles. I can offer you a fucking bag of bugles and like dusty bugles and like some RC cola or something in her weird house that she doesn't even know where she lives.
I understand that we all have a moment, this, that, and the other, but it's quite coincidental that like I have conflicts with her and then she's late to both things.
She has to understand I live in Salt Lake City. I am a Salt Lake City resident. I don't live in Park City. And every time you have to get with Meredith, you have to drive an hour just to be with her. And if she can't understand that, then that's just her problem.
They don't live near each other either. How the fuck do you do that then? Like, how do you expect these people to hang out and go to lunch when they live an hour away from each other? Meredith needs to literally move to Salt Lake or get off the show. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if she left because none of her family lives here. They all live in New York.
It's not mine.
Yeah.
It's very different to be late to a reconciliation and planned event. Did you notice?
I'm sorry, her son went to rehab.
I think Meredith Mark needs to leave. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so does Heather.
When she came in, because it kind of made a little bit of a disruption.
Put it on the table and cover it again.
Her apple looks horrible too. Look, Heather's got slut hair too. We all kind of got slut hair going on. The curls and the kind of sweaty look going on.
And you all may be seated.
Definitely
I
need.
didn't know. I just realized we had a 7.0 earthquake today. I didn't even feel it.
In California?
I didn't even feel it. I must have. It was 7.3 actually.
What?
Yeah.
I saw it a 4.9. I was scared for days.
7.3.
A big, larger. That's huge.
That's huge. That is huge.
You have that? I can't even watch this right now. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't even feel it. I had got a text. I was waiting for my phone to get fixed, and I got a text from my mom, and I couldn't really read it because he was fixing my phone. And then by the time I get home, I'm like, oh, I wonder what that was about. Now I'm seeing there was a 7.3 earthquake, and she got a text. It happened at like 11 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
But she had sent me a text that there was a tsunami warning in her area.
Oh, shit. Yeah, bro. Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
How far are you from the water?
Oh, I'm real central. I'm very central. That's part of the reason I moved central was because God said go inland.
Yeah. Yeah. We're real inland too. Like, we're not, if a tsunami hit us, it would be probably like the Delaware, I think it's called the Delaware Bay or something.
Yeah.
I'm
like 100 miles. I'm 100 miles from the bay.
God. Oh, yeah, you are far. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're 8 blocks. I'm 8 blocks from the river bay thingy. But like, if it affected that part, I don't know if a tsunami if the ocean tsunami affects the bay too, and then the Delaware. I don't know if it affects all the water.
I was doing my calculation, and there's not enough ocean between San Francisco and Oakland, Alameda side of the Pacific facing ocean in the Bay Area to like really have a tsunami unless it overtook San Francisco too. You know?
I was wondering because I know the one was just a huge wave, the one that killed all these people, but like and the flooding, I don't know if it also rises the other one. I guess it doesn't. Maybe it does rise. I don't know, but I would think no, that doesn't make sense because the water is going on land, so it's like the wave is going, so it's not like going out. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of it going out and all the water raising up. You know what I mean? Like because I'm basically on the island right now. There's only one way out and it floods, and there's 2 ways out it floods. So I'm like stuck here. If this it's flooded constantly, and it's really hard to get out of here. It is. And it's like I just worry about like we flood just when it rains. So like man, I feel like and today it was like 40, 50 mile an hour winds today.
Oh my God.
Like we just the last couple of years, the winds are so much different. It's like I have to literally like tie things down outside, like my gazebo and stuff. Like, thank God it's like tied down pretty well. But like I went out there, poor Toto, Eloise, she's like looking at me all like disheveled. She's like, "Mom, what the fuck?" Like everything's all over the place. Her tents out, her fucking bed's out of the gazebo because she has like a little apartment out there. It was crazy. She was like Toto. We're not. It's weird. We're not in Kansas anymore. I feel like
not at all. Our shift is happening.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially I hear like now all I hear them talk about is how we are already there. Like we've already shifted into it, and we're just experiencing our own mini timeline things. The main nexus point happened when Trump didn't get unalived. Either he did or he didn't. I remember I was like, thank God, Larger, we're here. We woke up on the good one. And I'm like, I don't even know. This could just be my reality or your reality. I don't know which reality we're in. Are we in yours or mine? I don't know.
Exactly.
Like, I would love to know if my awareness is somewhere else too. Like another version of us in another reality. Like where, you know what I mean? I'm like, I wonder what we look like in that reality. You know what I mean? But like, I'm like, but Larger, this is just my awareness at this point. And I'm like, all of you guys are just my background people and I'm your background people. And like, I think it worked. Me and my sister talked about this before because she understands how this works too, which I didn't realize. She's like, yeah, we created our reality. I'm like, good for you, Shen. Yeah. And but then it's like, but how do we do that? If you're here, I'm here. It's like that.
Well, but you know what they also say is that there's one mind. So perhaps the
Mhm.
magnitude of the like minds becomes a mind that alters the timeline enough for it to affect us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like the other day, somebody said they found the Mandela effect. They found a copy of the movie Shazam, and it's impossible in this reality. There's even that copies you had in your house will be missing. And so this guy, he's like trying to explain. He's like, "Yeah, look, I found residue." It's like, no, residue is other people copying what we believe to be true, like the thinker statue. Like the statue was like this, and then it was like now it's like this, or it was like that, and it was like this, or something like that. So they got pictures of people in front of it doing the old way, the way we remember growing up, which I think is like this, and the thinker statue is like this. And my grandparents had one growing up. I remember looking at this statue because the statue looks like my Uncle Matt, and I'm like, that guy in the statue, like it was a little statue of it, and I'm like, and I always would look at it, and I didn't know it was called the thinker until I grew up, like, but I do always remember looking at it, and he was like, doing a thinker pose. I guess that's what it's called. And now his pose has completely changed. It's so strange. But my whole point is nobody's going like the dusty old globe in my house that's been here. George has probably had it since he was a kid. The continents are moved on it. I remember looking at a globe one day. I was like, why does South America look like it's under Florida now or under Jersey when South America used to be under California? When I remember growing up, like South America and like Uruguay, Paraguay was all underneath California, and Mexico. And now it's like to the right, and the peninsula, the canal, the peninsula, what's it called? The canal used to run north and south, then runs east and west. Panama Canal. Panama Canal used to run north and south, east and west or something, but now it runs north and south or something. It runs completely differently. Like, crazy. And Thursday, the third Thursday of the month, Thanksgiving, apparently since 1942, has always been celebrated on the fourth Thursday of November. No, my birthday was always 1 week away from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Not 2 days. And Thanksgiving was always the third Thursday of November.
I thought so too.
In my reality, that's all, but I've always remembered. And according to now, everywhere, no, since 1942, that's when one president signed this thing that made it the third Thursday or the fourth Thursday of every month. It's never been on the third Thursday of the month. And I'm like, how is everybody not in the world? Everybody in the world knows that they changed the date, but nobody realized that they're trying to say it's never been the third Thursday of the month. It's always been the fourth Thursday of the month. And I'm like, that's a huge Mandela effect that would probably affect our parents for them to understand. Like, I want at least one or two to affect my parents so I know they're not NPCs. Like, just pretend like, or actually realize that Jesus Christ reality has changed. Like Thanksgiving in this reality has never been fucking celebrated on the third Thursday of every month. There's something else with Thanksgiving too. There's one other thing. Oh, what's it called? The thing in the basket, the Fruit of the Loom. What's it called? It's the fruit in the basket thingy. No, what's the thing? The Fruit of the Loom logo. It used to have
Fruit of the Loom guys. Right. They had a grape. They had a. Did they have a grape, an apple, and an orange?
It was like in a Thanksgiving looking, and now it's just the fruit. But it used to be in a thing. Like, I don't know. It's weird, but in my reality, it's crazy as reality.
When Bronwyn was like, I was her for 5 minutes. I was like, what's that about Bronwyn? She just needed somebody in that moment, and it kind of used Bronwyn. Brittany rather. Right. And then, but Brittany did say that. So Brittany needs to not be pretending like she's so butthurt over being called that, because you basically was like, if I'm one, you're one, But she did go too far, saying that her outfit looked like a slut, and her makeup and her hair and her
body count, her thread count of her clothes were cheap. I'm like, she's even your thread count cheap. But see, if anybody's going to talk about somebody's hair looking bad, it might as well be Angie. She's a hairdresser. She owns 10 salons and she knows fashion. But then Angie looks cheap too. Angie looks just as cheap as Brittany does in my eyes. Her hair's a little less frizzy, but I mean, I get the frizzy hair going on sometimes too. But Angie she was loud and it was bad. It was pretty bad. I mean, I understand, like, but Brittany was also like, I don't think Brittany was that upset. I think Brittany was like, thank God somebody's paying attention to me, you know. It's like, at least if Angie's arguing with me, then Brittany feels important, because if somebody's going to fight with you on this show, then they're doing you a favor, because you know what I mean. They're giving you a storyline, and I do feel like they should stop being so mad at each other when they go after one another, because I don't think they realize that you're actually becoming the storyline, and that's what we like. Messy, toxic. Sometimes we like this cotton candy drama is what we like, in my eyes. Except Heather, let's take out with the Von Teese thing, because they can't use the storyline with Whitney any longer, because Dana wouldn't approve her them using her name or whatever. So they had to literally drop off the storyline about her being this person that tells on Whitney and tells on everybody, to now we're not even talking about that. It's like all of a sudden it's like Whitney is a liar according to Lisa, but that's it. But it's like there's no more like Alibaba and Lisa and this person, that person. It's just basically Lisa knows, I think Lisa at this point knows that Whitney knows that it's not her, and Lisa knows she's getting blamed knowing it's not her, and that they're just trying to let Heather blame her as much as she can, to say, you let me get blamed in how many episodes, you know. But it's like, Heather gave you the rope to hang yourself, dumbass, and you did it. I think hopefully allegedly she did hang herself. I mean, she should. By this point, I'm like, Dana, if this doesn't happen by the end of the season, please give me the name of that account. I will background. I will search this. I will until the day I am no longer doing this. I will search and search and search to find out who it is, because I want to expose Heather in like the worst way, like she did to Monica. I want somebody to do it.
You know, and then, but for and even Meredith's reaction though was so over the top, because Lisa's hot mic moment was at least about her. She didn't even have all the people in the story, all the players in the game, when Brittany was crying about being called a slut, and immediately was like, oh, you've done it so many times. And I'm like, some of those times it was a reaction to something else that somebody else did. And others of those times it was like, you know, her starting it. But I feel more
the
like
husbands.
the husband, like, a lot of the stuff was in reaction to what was being said or done to her. So they're forgetting that part.
I know. And I was in the middle of playing that. I'm telling you, this is really bad. Today's a really bad day. I usually don't go live 4 days a week. That's gonna be 5 tomorrow, because I am not with it. 2 hours and 20 minutes. I couldn't even get anything done here. Let's see. Where am I at? Blind.
I mean, it's not positive that like I'm in the middle of my bat mitzvah and hers, and I'm seeing her wandering, trying to figure out her way in. At one point, I was like, should I get up and help her?
I didn't think she saw Mary.
Yeah.
I had no idea that you saw her come in late. You were
well, thank you.
Very smooth.
I'm glad I came when I did. Otherwise, I would have to see horses pooping, coming in on a chariot or whatever she came in on, and with her and her whole family up there, and like,
or bugged by me being in the gap. It's just not surprising that she wouldn't want to share experience, but it didn't change mine. You've shown me what you want out of our friendship.
Oh, this one.
I wasn't even responsible for it to begin with. It's just not surprising that she wouldn't want to share that moment with me, and that's okay. I was more bugged by me.
Meredith, this is not the fuck about you, really, honestly. It's about her son that has to go to rehab. So I think that by this time, you should be giving her a little bit of grace. Because by now, sitting on this chair, everything that happened. So for her to sit there and go, like Mary, Angie, it's like, bitch, first of all, you said her husband was gay, and then you told, and Mary's son's going to rehab and needs help, and like you're supposed to be her like best friend.
Being in the gallery alone, standing there waiting when
it's just nice boobs too.
She
looks so good there and looks so dusty here.
other things to do, and I'm literally standing there waiting for her. You know what I mean? The bat mitzvah, like, if you don't make it on time, you don't make it on time. That's on you. You missed a lovely experience, but it didn't change mine. You've shown me what you want out of our friendship. I've gotten the memo. Thank you.
Okay, what
We're
about
fine.
Lisa showed you, didn't she? Lisa showed you.
Speaking of sold on Salt Lake City,
Here it is. Here it is. I can't wait to watch this. It was on tonight or last night. So yeah, tonight.
I think it already has an episode. I think it was last night.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight, and I'm gonna cover it tomorrow with not with Southern Charm, but after or before.
your house hit the market.
Well, who do I think I am this week?
Sure did. Todd did show some interest.
Before she listed it, Sean called Todd and said, I know you thought our house was so cool. Do you want to come look at it? And I think Todd might move in there by himself. I was like, it's close enough. We could walk to each other. But I mean, he hates our remodel. He might go live at Angie's.
You know, Todd would be a great buyer because we could go back and visit the house. He lives down the street. I don't think he loves his house, but we don't have enough property for all their dogs. So I think that was a little bit of a downfall for Bronwyn. But yeah, he did love the house. He brought Bronwyn over. And I think Todd thought he would move into our house and Bronwyn would stay down there. And then they could just live happily ever after.
Wow.
Hey, can you tell us what your dreams are for your next home?
This will be the third home that we've built. And my husband builds out all of our businesses. He's really creative. And the minute we moved into our last house that we're living in now, Sean said, I have a dream of building a house on all one level. Basically, no upstairs, no downstairs. And I knew, don't get comfortable because we're not going to stay here for too long. And we love the creative process. We love building.
Keep stopping it. I love the fact that they're going to build a house and have they're going to have a horse farm too.
We love design. And my daughter's an equestrian and she's been begging for horse property. So our goal right now is to find some horse property in Salt Lake in a really beautiful area. And we have our eye on a piece and have some horses in the back with an ultra modern all.
Mary still owns like 11 houses around the country. It's crazy how rich they are.
One level.
I don't believe any of the hype about her. Like, I think she's owed a huge apology. And I don't care if it was freaking COVID and nobody was in her church because it was COVID.
And that's called a rambler.
And Bravo wouldn't keep bringing her back and begging her to come back.
Yes.
When they're
on one level. On one level. Thank you. A rambler. Yes.
Yeah. Rambler.
Rambler feels 70s, but yeah, I guess in a modern home.
We have
one.
We have two of them.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Mary keeps me.
They're convenient.
Yes.
You know?
Well,
I wonder people probably live in them. Mary, you're so rich. Mary's probably way richer than we know.
We're getting older.
Yeah,
so
I
I thought of living on all one level. But there's that beautiful property that we are looking at.
I mean, she married her grandfather to stay rich. I mean, I don't know if she to stay rich. Now I think she definitely stayed with him because of her son. But I think that she said a whole different relationship since Robert Sr. and Robert Jr. And then, they're going through this experience with him and them all closer.
We'll only really relocate for this particular property. We love our city views. We've had city views for the last 20.
And they're mega rich too, her and Sean, definitely.
20 years of our lives together. So this would be something totally different, but my daughter could live out the rest of her childhood at home and maybe stay with us longer.
I love her.
If there's horses on the property. And Sean grew up with horses, so it makes sense.
I don't think you're getting too old to walk up and down.
I don't
Not
either,
yet,
right?
not yet.
Yeah, I definitely don't want steps anymore either. Where's the next after? I can never get the whole thing here. Now I don't want Christmas. Where's the other after show?
Coming up on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City after show.
Do you think my hair looks cheesy? It looks a little pornish.
I was so mortified. I could have come and she should just keep it to that.
I'm gonna put it on the table.
Like
from the 80s.
And I knew
This is getting X-rated.
It is.
I was so mortified. I mean, I had like big, huge prom hair,
from the 80s.
And I knew that, but I already felt self-conscious about it. I was like,
I mean, I'm in the beauty industry.
You're literally a hairdresser. A very, very good one.
I'm going to analyze the hair.
Expensive one.
And then the dress was low and the dress was short and it was like still wrinkled. Like she just pulled it out of a little, and it needed to be steamed and, the spiked heels.
I didn't even look at it.
At least it's not like, I don't know. At least she's fighting with people that's not like Jen Shaw's fighting. Remember how Jen would like scream and like beat you up basically? Yeah. And she's like, fuck yeah. Like we didn't want, Jen really read the handbook wrong, She did everything we were sick of seeing on these shows. And God, I hated Jen Shaw from day one. Oh God,
Had like
she really bad. Like so many videos about
a
her.
little like sort
Like you're guilty. Like why do I care so much? Like why is it? Then I'm like going to therapy. I'm like why am I so affected by Jack Taylor, Jen Shaw, and Erica Jane? These are three of them keep me up at night.
of slutty, like pour some sugar on me, like she was in a rock video in the 80s and crawling up a car.
Oh my!
I mean, it just had those
What in the
vibes.
world?
It just
Mary's too young for that.
had like little midlife crisis-y.
She's just about missed the Twisted Sister days, I think. Is she a little bit younger than us?
Fast midlife.
So are you, Larja.
Oh.
But your hair looks beautiful today. I did not love it that night. And I'm like, okay, we can fix her hair.
Hey, Lisa looks really old and dusty to me too. I'm thinking about like this Mormon Wives, Secret Lives, Mormon Wives, how fresh and new they look. And then the new show, the Sold in Salt Lake. Like, get the memo.
Yeah.
Lisa needs more extensions. Her hair's too flat.
It's very flat.
But I kept saying,
like right there, it's like, I mean, mine doesn't look that great either right now, but look how bad she looks. That's not like, she could be so much better. She could do a lot more toxin fillers. For somebody who's really that conscious, I don't usually talk about people's looks, but they've been doing it a lot here, so.
saying you started it. You said she's doing 10 guys.
You're doing
3 guys. No,
This
you
is
know
a
what?
no-brainer scenario
I
for
don't
me.
think Brittany started it. Brittany was the one really being braggadocious, talking about having 10 guys and dating 3 seriously. And Angie was like, really?
Because remember, she went after Angie for the wine, bringing wine to her house. That started it. You're right. She did start it with her. Because Angie was like trying to be nice, bringing her wine.
Yeah, don't mention it if you don't want people to have a comment.
Look
Don't
at Crazy
keep it to yourself.
Look at Crazy Eyes.
There is a moment before the bat mitzvah
Yeah,
begins
she's evil.
where Brittany tells me she is going to say something pretty offensive about Angie's sexual habits.
If she's accusing me of that, then that's probably because that's what she's doing with Sean. Child.
Look, I was never slutty. I've been with Sean for 30 years. I was never even a slut when I was single. It's offensive to say that to a good Greek girl. Like,
and Sean's pretty hot.
Offensive to say.
And it's an
anyway.
offense. Yeah, it's very
But she
offensive.
doesn't even know you from Adam.
Meanwhile, she's on Tinder.
Boom, 10,000 hits on Bumble. Boom, 15,000 on Tinder.
She's admitting that she puts men before her daughters.
True.
Totally sacrifice my kids for a man.
But
Look, she looks 80s there, but then she goes back to normal. And then 80s.
Slutty.
Brittany should not start a fire she can't control. But Angie was dead wrong to call her look slutty.
You know, if someone takes a shot at me, I'll fire back. And like, I say funny things.
You look like a
Because of
trampoline with
last night.
eyes.
Oh
Yeah, I say funny things too.
Oh my gosh. But like, I don't really say hurtful things about people's marriages or their businesses.
So do you feel like you were wrong?
Well, it's never right to tell someone they look like they have porn hair. And I know that, but she was dead serious. That she thought I was probably slutty.
Like Mary probably gets confessionals. Like a confession. Angie has to give confession today.
She started it, I finished it, and it was the wrong venue to start it. But I could have gone so much lower. But I am in the hair industry.
How much lower would you? How low can you go?
It's just irresponsible to throw out any kind of insults, to just hurl insults.
You started it, asshole.
It's irresponsible to come on a whole show and admit that you give up your children for peen and that you have 3 serious peens in a rotation and you boast about getting how many hits on Tinder and those are smashing sites, ma'am.
Yep.
Everybody knows you can't get a real relationship on Tinder. Everybody knows that.
Yup, and Jared's yummy. Remember how yummy Jared is? Like,
yeah.
Is he? Yeah. I mean, but
Jared is kind of cute in his own distantly Osmond way.
And is like kind of, I want to say inbred, but yeah, Osmond looking way.
And not expecting to retaliate and defend myself. I'm going to stick up for myself. And then if you
I always
can't.
thought that Donnie and Marie were weird. I don't know.
I used to love the Donnie and Marie show.
I thought they were Broadway. So they weren't on Broadway. They were a variety show.
TV show. Yeah, when I was growing up, they would come on the television.
Oh, that's right. Like a variety kind of show, right?
Right.
So did they have the whole family, right? It was the whole family.
They would have the whole family on, but it's centered around Donnie and Marie. Yeah, but the whole Osmonds would sing, like the ones that would sing, like kind of like the Jacksons. You know, they would There were
monkeys.
some other ones that would sing and come out and do the skits with them and stuff.
Do you remember
But
the
they would
monkeys?
have chicken stars on. The monkeys, oh yeah. And
That
people
was
say,
their
we
own
want
show.
to say they're too busy singing.
Yeah.
Kids to hear them.
Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. People say
I
the
love them.
monkeys. Like, totally, I love the 80s.
Can't handle.
I would pick the 80s to come back to, I think. If we get a choice one day, I'm like, yeah, shit, bring me back to the 80s, man. San Junipero. Have you watched yet? Have you watched Black Mirror
No,
yet?
oh my God. So I had a husband and I couldn't remember the name of the thing. And he got it all the way to the Black Mirror thing. And I couldn't remember the name of the episode you were saying.
I'm gonna
San Junipero.
Where's your husband? I need him to put it on for you. Like, you have to,
Right?
please. You're addicted. I need to talk about it, please.
Handle it. And
I cannot wait for 2025. I need new episodes like now. I cry about this sometimes. I'm just kidding.
you say something that embarrasses you
I was gonna rewatch it just because I liked it so. Because I don't get into any scripted TV anymore. This stuff I have to watch 3 or 4 times just because of this. So it's not much fun anymore. So I was like so excited when I could binge a show and not care to take. I don't take notes or anything. But now I can't stop talking. I can remember. This is the fucked up thing. I can remember every single episode, probably of Black Mirror, and tell you about it. But I can't do it without notes. Imagine that.
That is crazy. Yeah. I just
I'm
did some series. There was something that just came on, and I was like, "Oh my God, this show is great!" It
Oh
was
my
so good.
I'm dying to watch another. I need another. Just I can't even explain it. You have to watch it to understand what I'm talking about in each episode. It's just I don't even say futuristic, but it's like fucking odd. It's like everything that you think that could go wrong in the future with AI in your phone does on and every episode.
Oh my gosh.
Please watch it.
to the point of getting thrown out, that's on you.
Like, I need to call your husband right now and tell him to make sure you watch it as soon as you hang up.
So no,
Right?
I don't need to
My phone's in the other room.
apologize to anybody
Everything
for defending myself at the bar mitzvah.
My girl Ange is the meanest, nicest person I've ever met. When Ange opens
She
up
goes
her
there.
mouth, she goes there and she goes all the
I don't think Angie goes as low as like fucking people doing like Beverly Hills or Jersey. Jersey's like like this is really not that much. This is not that bad. You're a slut. You're slutty. I mean, come on. What are we in high school? I've been called way worse. Like on a good day.
away. And I call her, she's Sniper. And when she gets emotional and she feels like she has to defend herself, her words are brutal. So I think it's 50-50. I think Brittany walked right into the situation. And, you know, Angie's not one to back down. She
Okay, nitwit. Whatever you say, nitwit.
Came in with a Nerf gun and Angie was not playing. I knew
Brahman's not playing either, though. Brahman's not fucking.
She wasn't.
It's not at all.
the jump. I was not here for Brittany.
And
I'd like to learn something.
real quick, can we just give a shout out to Bronwyn having a backbone also? So it's not just about Todd sitting there and telling him how disappointed he is in Bronwyn. Bronwyn has the balls to be like, look, you did not support me. That wasn't, I liked that. That means they see each other kind of as equals in a way, because she wasn't scared to speak back to him about his performance in public either, sir.
Yep. She's like, I appreciate you supporting women, Todd. I appreciate you having respect for women. But, you know, you're making her sound like, you know, I'm wrong and she's right. And I get it, because Bronwyn's way younger than Todd. So we're way more emotional at this age, you know. We're like, you get for me. Todd's like, just walk away. It's like, we would if we could. If we could walk away, we would. But our tempers don't allow us to do that.
Something about Brittany
Emotions.
that didn't feel unhinged. Wait, excuse me? Are you in love with him or are you in love with Osmond?
Are you in love with Todd or in love with his money?
I think you should worry about your own marriage, Bronwyn.
Touche.
Brittany told me earlier she thinks you called her a slut because you're one.
Wait, what? Bronwyn had it out for me.
I just think she didn't like you probably because of
Brittany's a horrible actress, because I think in that moment, that was fucking staged. That moment was staged. Because Brittany's like, what? What do you mean? Oh, I think that Braun and Brittany are working together now. I think about it. Because think about it. It's create a lot of drama with each other, and you got shit going on.
Of other people's opinions.
Realizing that. Like, we can't just be happy and have cotton candy. Not even cotton candy. Just, we can't all have a good time and not argue. I realize that that's just not going to happen ever. We're going to have some kind of, like, shit. But again, we don't have to have it with each other. Like, Monica had her own.
Of you. I mean, at the Ropes chorus, I was totally cold shouldering her. I wouldn't even look at her because of something that had happened before we even started hanging out.
Actually, in my first lunch with her, I knew she didn't like you because she thought you lied about being on.
Freehold Broadway.
Broadway.
Right. Okay. Let's get right into it. So I am new in the Broadway world. I just produced my first show and I have 2 more coming out next season. So I'm not an expert, but I can definitely tell you in my very short-lived Broadway experience, I have not come across Brittany's name in a Broadway capacity.
But she was in Miss Saigon.
I know she tells people that.
Oh, she's claimed Broadway?
Very much so. And I don't believe the word accoladed is a real word either. I know she uses that in her bio.
I'm back.
Is a made-up word.
Accolade, okay.
I would love to know what those accolades are.
You know, and I've supported local theater here.
Yeah.
My entire life. And I've never seen her perform, but I don't go to anything in Provo. So
Yeah, I don't watch Mormon movies, I guess. I did not know who she was.
Girl, you can Google it. In fact, one of Andy Cohen's best friends, he and I were in the same Broadway show together. Second National.
Lisa's face. Lisa doesn't believe her either. It's weird.
Brittany, what's her last name? What was she in Broadway?
Well, what is her last name?
I'm back.
BR. I hear Brittany. Her name's actually Brittany. I forget. But yeah, Google that shit real quick because I didn't even think.
I'm trying.
I think it said
what's
Miss
her last name? Oh, Brittany, real Salt Lake City. Let's see.
Yeah,
Bateman. Brittany Bateman. Is she related to Justin or Jason Bateman?
I don't know.
Is she
Possibly.
from the Bateman family? Let's
I don't
see.
know
Let's
anything
check
about
her out.
her. Yeah, check her out.
Tour of Miss Saigon.
I can't sing.
She toured Miss Saigon, she said.
And everyone's seen me dance. It's awful. So I'm not saying I'm a better performer than Brittany, but I think you should be proud of what you've done and not exaggerate it. So if Brittany was in a touring production or a high school production or sings in her shower,
She has a
then she should
Wikipedia.
just keep it to that. She doesn't need to sing.
Yeah.
She has a Wikipedia page and she's from Provo. She's a TV personality, actress, singer, no, they did not though. They said best known for being a member of the Bravo. So maybe she just put this page up. But it says it says all the way back to
I can't hear you,
2003.
Elijah.
Oh, you can't even hear me? Oh darn.
No, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. But
Say she was.
You were cutting in and out.
Oh darn. Well, it does say that she has on her filmography since 2003. She has been on Pixel Perfect, Sons of Promo, the RM. It's about returned missionary for the Latter-day Saints.
Miss Saigon, know nothing about Miss Saigon?
Oh, she was in the Mistletones on ABC Family. I saw that movie with Tori Spelling.
Oh.
And the Yankees. I don't know what that's about. America's Strong. Mobsters and Mormons.
She was like an actress. I couldn't figure out who she was. Like, I didn't even think to ask like where. I don't know even where Bronwyn. Apparently, Bronwyn was like a corporate person too, like a corporate something. And I swore they were going to say that her and Todd were meeting like they met at the bar and she was at the end of the bar and I'm like he was picking up a hooker I think or like was she like I don't know I was like was she like a call girl or something I don't know I kind of thought like it was weird they were both at the single at a bar and they just happened to meet I don't know it was weird kind of mysterious I don't know I guess it's I don't know I don't go sit at bars by myself
I did have it here. Let's call husband.
Yeah, call husband.
I'm going to text him and tell him to play that Black Mirror for me when it gets
Black Mirror and San Junipero.
San Junipero.
That's the one episode. Just watch that one first before you watch any others. Because that's the only one that I would like totally be a part of. Oh, the other ones freak the fuck out of me. I'm like, no, oh wow. I look at my phone every day now and I'm like, it is a Black Mirror. My God, it is. It basically is. It's like basically your phone knows, basically if you ever have to remember anything in your life, your phone knows everything where you go, where you walk. It's always in my hand. So it's like a camera, basically. That's kind of what the one episode's about. But they call it Black Mirror, but all the other episodes are just wild. Very weird and very cool at the same time. That one and Archangel is one. It's the other episode that's really good. It's like ARK Archangel. Let's see. And it's about an you put in your kid to track them so they don't get missing or unalive, future like things that probably would happen eventually. But it's like I think what I came to the conclusion was that it was basically warning us that for us not to go the AI route too much, because I think basically it's all about future technology that will probably help us in the end,
Right?
And how it could possibly turn on you. I mean, because I guess of course, like tracking your kid be great. They'll ever go missing or whatever. You can protect them, and it was like another thing too. Like if the girl and her kid saw something traumatic, you could wipe it from her. You could go on your iPad and go, oh, she just saw a barking dog that scared her. Let's change it, rewind her life, and change it to like a smiling doggy. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It's like, oh, that's so cool. But then she got older, she ended up murdering her mom because I just gave it away. She murdered her mom for having an implant in her, and like, you saw me have sex for the first time.
Oh no!
I know. It's like her mom was trying to protect her, and then it's like wow, that really could fuck us up in the future. That's just 2 episodes out of like 20. There's like 6 seasons, and it's like 5 episodes, 4 episodes, 3. It's I'm like literally as soon as we get off of here, I'm going to text you and message you and make sure you start watching it.
Okay. Well, I did just text husband, so when he comes home, he's gonna be like, "What's this you sent me?"
Yeah.
And then we'll be able to turn it on. Yeah.
And then Dustin,
I'm positive he won't know what the fuck Aunt Junipero means.
San Junipero. Like San Francisco, but San Junipero. So Janipero, it's spelled.
No, that's not how I spelled it. I spelled it really bad. So yeah, he's gonna have to ask me about it.
Black Mirror. It's a series, and the episode that one of my favorite episodes is called San, like SAN Junipero, JANIPERO, and it's a place. It's a place.
Did you say something?
Yeah, I just told you what I said. You can hear me?
I can hear you now. I was on mute. What did you say?
Oh, I was telling Large about the episode of Black Mirror. I sucked yesterday. Like actually, the first hour I was good, but for then 2 hours after that, me and Dustin just were talking about nothing. Well, stuff, but like nothing really. I apologize, everybody watching. I did not mean to stay off track this entire time. Usually Large can pull me back on track, but I just sidetrack again. I keep sidetracking everybody. It's weird. I feel like today's one of those days where I would probably have to take like my ADHD medicine because I'm like I can't stay focused.
You don't feel grounded. There's a grounding technique that I've been doing lately, and it really, really, truly works. And then I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and then I'm gonna get off here. So you breathe in for 13 seconds. You hold for 1. You breathe in. It's a breathing exercise.
Okay.
You breathe in for 13. Hold for 1. Exhale for 13 seconds. Immediately breathe in for 8 seconds. Hold for 1. Exhale for 8 seconds. And then you do the same thing with 5, 3, 2, 1. And then you hold it again after you finish the series. And it really does work. You feel in your body again. I've been doing that throughout the day whenever I feel like I'm doing 8 much or getting my anxiety up.
Yeah.
And it really does. And like right before the bed, oh my gosh, I've been going right off to sleep instead of like having that mind juggle. You know what I mean? I do that breathing and it centers me.
I ask I usually when I'm in the shower, I ask Healer's the pine tree, that huge pine tree that's it's like 80, he's 80 years old, but he's Healer. I call him Healer, and I hug him every day, usually every day. But I imagine his roots wrapping around my feet to ground me. But for some reason, I've been like not grounded. I feel like I have a tether on me, and I'm like flapping in the wind, seriously. And I'm like, and I was hugging him today. I hugged him today because it was windy. I was like, oh, Healer. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy, but I just say I'm like hugging. Yes, I'm hugging my tree, and I literally feel energy. But I love Healer. I do. He's like, I almost cut him down at first when I first moved in here. I was not the plant. I was not the Snow White that I am now. I was like, that's in my way. He's got 2 hands, but I love him now. Oh, I love
That's
Healer.
beautiful. I love the trees too, girl. But I don't want to hold you much longer. We're going on almost 3 hours. I'm going to get off here.
I know.
Love you.
I love
I got
you.
to talk to you later and see how your Thanksgiving was with all your people.
Yeah, wait to hear about that.
Yeah. So I'm going to call you later.
Mom
I love
and
you
Dad
guys.
were so
Everybody
excited.
smash your buttons on your way out.
Laura
Peace.
just
That's fine.
I'll see you later, Dustin.
See you later,
Peace.
Larger.
See you, Larry. Love you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I had Instagram on and it disconnected again. Oh wow, because we're all right, Dustin. Do you have any final thoughts? Because I'm not going to keep us for 3 hours, but we can talk backstage, like you said.
No, I don't have any final thoughts. I was just on mute so that it'd be easier for you to keep track of it. I was on mute.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to, like, honestly, like, I didn't think you were gonna take me seriously. Like, I didn't think you were really gonna interrupt me, but I was like, yesterday I was blaming you. It was really my fault because I'm the one who talks too much. But like, I kept forgetting that people were watching still. But
I didn't know what to do, so I just was on mute. Yeah.
no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you. You didn't have to do that, Dustin. Just tell me to fuck off next time. Like, no, Krista, fuck the fuck off. Seriously. Like, no, asshole. I'm not going to mute myself. You mute yourself. How about you mute yourself, Krista? You're the one who the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, just tell me to fuck off. Give me the finger. I don't know. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I definitely. I don't feel. It's weird. How the hell? I feel off this week, but I'm doing lives every day. Yeah. I don't know who I think I am. It's like, I'm running out of hair. I gotta get order more hair. You know what I mean? I have to wear new hair. Anyway, so tomorrow is going to be, like I keep saying, Southern Charm and the new show.
Yeah.
But because if I might as well just keep going. Must make it easy. Because we know my go up. How are you today?
I'm okay.
How's Pop and Grandma? Are they there?
Yeah, they're okay.
Tell them I said hi.
I will.
Wave the Pop, but you don't have your
The camera.
How's your mom?
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Did you do? I already talked about 90 Day Fiance this week. A new episode started. A new season started, right?
Next week.
Next week. Okay, good. I saw Big Ed on the reality show awards or something.
He got fired.
Oh no! For what?
TLC didn't want to renew his contract.
Shit. All right. Well, all right. I'm going to. Everybody, there's still 117 people watching. Appreciate you guys a lot. Seriously, over it's Twitter people. I was trying to see if I can see who it is. I can click on it, but I have to go into it to see. But I do appreciate you guys, the views and all too, especially on Twitter because I get pretty decent views on there.
Yeah.
But all right, I'm gonna end this and then I'll talk to you in a second. Hold on, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Like you said, all that. Appreciate everybody still watching. Sorry, I got off topic. Apparently, I do that a lot. I apologize. And I still have to break up the episodes this week to piece them out because, yesterday, I did a really good recap at the beginning, and then we went rogue for 2 hours.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't care.
I was trying to help you as much as I could.
I know, and you did help me because that really made sense. Once you said that to me, that's all you had to tell me was that was the one thing that was going wrong in my monetization. And now, and then actually read it. And I also, I didn't realize that they take 45%. I'm like,
they take 45% of your super chat. They take 45% of your viewership.
Yeah. I'm like, I got paid. I was like, and I thought that was like pretty good. And I was like, but I actually made double that. And I'm like, wow, fucking 40. Wow. I'm like, wow.
They take more than half of it.
But I thought I was going to be making. I'm not going to be making every month. Like I literally was like, because you can figure out like now that you know how much per 1,000 views you get, like how much you get. You're like, oh, this video is going to make this. I'm like, I'm going to be making bank. Oh yeah. Oh, forgot you got to pay YouTube 45%. I thought it was 15%. Who
they raised it?
What employer takes half your money? Really? Like what?
Mine does.
40 is that normal? Oh wait, is that a tax bracket? Wait a minute.
Part of it, yeah.
Pay
It
taxes.
depends on where. It depends on where you live.
Listen, I owe the IRS 80 grand still because I never paid taxes ever, and until I was made to do it, and I still don't like it. And it's like I feel like I'm doing it again, and it's like this is the entire reason I didn't have my ID again. I didn't want the government to know where I am, because if they're gonna take, if I don't pay, I have to literally pay the IRS like $5.
They can guard your wages on here too.
They already have, Dustin. They have twice in my life. I've owed them this money since 2002, 3. No.
You
It's
still owe them money still.
Oh my God, yeah. I didn't pay taxes. I did the same thing that the situation did. Yeah, it was like a couple years. It was the same one place, but it was like 4 years in 2000s. With 2000, then it was like another couple years after that, and then I got caught.
Right.
I still right now. I still owe 80,000, but it was a lot more than that. And a lot of that's fines and penalties too. Like a lot. Most of I actually probably only owe like 30, I think. But, that's like the low. I mean, the only other fine I had in my life was my husband paid off. And I hate the IRS. I hate the government. I hate paying taxes. I feel like it's bullshit.
I think the whole government's a scam anyway.
Oh yes, it's completely. Dustin, we're supposed to be the most freest, and I'm complete.
I don't believe in that. I don't think that we're free.
No, definitely not. Fuck no. We're the most fucked. They fuck us in our faces and we don't even know it with no lube, basically. But guess what? Now that this person's in office, Trump, they keep wearing. Do you know we can't say Trump on here? Trump. Like we could say.
I know it's a trigger word now.
Yeah, it's like really.
You have to be very careful when you say.
Like he's our president. Like, but I can say Biden crime family. They can say Biden crime family all day on PBS.
It's because that's not a trigger word. See, when
how is he a trigger?
See, when we had that January 6th, Google actually made that a trigger word.
That's I know. So was fucking a lot of them, but I walk around now like on my everyday life, and I'm like, yeah, this person got unalived. I'm like, they got why? I'm like unalived. I mean murdered. I'm like unalived because I say unalived. I'm just like I don't know. Saying the M word. I can't even really say it. I think I probably just said it now, but like I said, I'm cutting our last 2 hours off or last hour off. But I keep saying I should have did it today. I lost track of time again.
Yeah, you need to cut them things down so that it's not as long. Yeah,
I know, because people see 3 hours, they're like, I'm not watching that. And we saw my anyway, people are watching. I'm talking about this like we're not. Like all right, guys, I'm ending the stream. I love you all.
I think we need to go backstage. You and I need to go backstage.
Yeah, we are right now. I could tell